doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Wake me up inside.
Rocking and rolling. Danny G, Jake. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What's going on, man?
Dude, I'm chilling. Last time I was with you guys when we were all together, you guys had a little producer camp going on at Get Fresh, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. A lot of producers look up to you guys, and you guys were spelling game and also just creating cool-ass beats together. How'd you guys end up meeting, man?
Well, I think the internet.
The internet. Mitch Feck.
Yep, Mitch Feck. Mitch Feck. I met
Mitch Feck through Stan and TRD, and then he was like, "Yo, I got this friend Jakesand. You guys are like the same person."
Yeah, Mitch is my boy.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Lansing, and I moved back and forth from like Lansing to the west side of the state, like Holland, Michigan. It's kind of by Grand Rapids. And when I lived in Lansing, like right after high school, I met Mitch and made beats with him for a lot of years. So yeah, he's the one who introduced me to Danny.
It's a perfect like collaboration of fellas, right?
It is, yeah.
You got you guys, man. You guys were all cool with Primo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, man? It all just makes sense, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You look so tired right now.
I'm not tired, man.
I can't even see you back over here.
Let me tell you something. I'm not tired at all.
Yeah, sit up.
Now you guys work together at the Hip Hop Lab.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing is, Jake, you didn't end up going on the tour, right? The Rolling Loud tour.
Yeah. Yep. This last tour I didn't go on. Yep.
Yep. And this one, Danny, you ended up going on it, right?
Yeah.
First of all, Jake, why didn't you go?
There was a couple reasons. I stayed back and worked with a lot of the artists at the lab, like Sweet Tea and J100 and Prince Hefe. I've gone to like, most of the we had like, I think this is the fourth one, right?
This was number 3.
Number 3. Yeah. So I went on the last 2 for a lot of the shows. So I kind of want to just stay back and work, and but I think there's another one coming up. I'll probably go on that one.
Danny, is this your first or second one?
I was at the other tours, but I wasn't like, this is the first one that I was like on the whole thing. Like I drove to every city. It was just, yeah.
Keep talking.
Hey.
Oh, you're done talking?
No, this is the first like one that I was like,
he was in the trenches, dude. He was working.
That was, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like my first like full tour.
Talk about, for everybody who doesn't know what the tour we're talking about, talk about the tour. I don't know, kind of expand on it. Walk us through the tour.
It was a great experience, and I would do it over again. There's ups and downs, dude, with touring, but it's just it's always worth it to me. It was like a lot of fun, and I mean, like it's just stuff like driving. Like we're driving like 18 hours here, 10 hours there, and that can get kind of like boring, or like you get tired driving, but and then just being around everybody 24/7. But at the end of the day, like that was probably like one of the best experiences I've ever had. So
yeah, man, you're getting love. I've seen in your Instagram stories, man. People are recognizing you and shit. It's not just like you're behind the scenes. It's like people know who Danny G Beats is.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the like best things about the tour is like you go to every state and you meet all the fans, and just being there, just like having your face out there is always good.
Yeah, man.
But
it's cool to see you from the beginning stages, right, until now, where you're pretty much taking it to the height of where artists go. You know what I'm saying? From one minute where you're just making beats in the basement to the next minute where you're on tour. People are recognizing you. They know who you are. You have a fan base, bro. Did you even know you had a fan base you had it?
No, like I do know that like the first like Shitty Boys show, that was like for sure like when I realized it, because at that point, with COVID and everything, like everything that I had done was just during COVID. So then like being able to see the fans and then like people knowing who I was kind of crazy. But yeah, now for sure, like yeah, now I want to say like yeah, for sure I got fans for sure.
Yeah, it's sick, bro.
Yeah, we were downtown like maybe like 5 months ago. We were just downtown walking. You hear someone like Danny G, in the distance. They walk up, and they know, you know.
Yeah.
They know. The crazy part is like when people know your tag, but they don't know what you look like, you know. Or they don't know exactly.
I
you know?
was gonna say the tour was like that because there were a lot of times like when I was there, like some people wouldn't know what I looked like. They knew who I was, but didn't know what I looked like. And when they found out that it was me, they'd like come back and just be like, "Yo, I didn't know that was you."
Yeah. That's so sick, bro. Producers are finally getting that fucking like recognition and that the facial recognition too, right? To know who they are. Like you said, you know the tag, but you might not know the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a certain like, you know, you have your own style, man. You have your own way of putting yourself out there, and when people see you, they know that's fucking Danny G Beats.
Yeah,
Motherfucking building, dude.
yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. Like I got to meet Kosher, like in person for the first time. It was a Summer Smash, but that was really cool. That was like one of my favorite things about the tour.
Talk about
Worked
meeting
with
him.
him. Just I met him at the Summer Smash show. Tron had him perform Tron, and so I met him there initially, and then we had a session in L.A., which was cool. And then when we were in Miami, we were with him for like 5 days.
That's so sick, dude.
Rolling Loud, and then like studio sessions and stuff.
Yeah, I remember you guys FaceTime me. You guys were chilling like a little mansion with a pool and just chilling and kicking it.
Oh
man.
yeah. That was I think that was that was in Louisiana.
Yeah. You were chilling with like Certified Trapper or something.
Jumping off the top of the
Certified Trapper,
house.
bro. I was gonna say Certified Trapper is the dopest dude.
Yeah.
Like
Cool
Seemed
guy.
cool,
sick in
man.
real life.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Is he part of the Hip Hop Lab?
Yeah,
He is, yep.
Oh yeah, cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you guys are building like this crazy foundation of insanely talented people, from the producers to the artists and the managers, and it's just gonna be something. Right now, it's something significantly huge, but one day it's gonna just explode, where it's like a whole fucking unit, like NWA type shit. Only it's a bunch of white dudes.
That's the
No.
no. It's
like
cool. Yeah, it's cool to watch it grow.
Dudes
There's like
in the lab. Sweet Tea, me and Jake.
We we got some new artists that we brought on the team recently. That'll
Glock Boys TJ.
Yep, Glock Boys TJ. D-Rock.
D-Rock and what's his name? Forgetting. I just met
brand
him.
new last week. Yeah. I don't even want to say because it's too new, so I don't even know. Hasn't even been announced yet, actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So we were about to divulge information.
Yeah, lots of talent around and just like lots of.
What's the unit like when you guys are in the studio together, man? Like, what's the vibes like? You know, how are you guys creating the aura and the energy in the room?
What, me and Jake, or like
Everybody just collectively at the lab.
I mean, everybody just like knows each other, and we just, I don't know. Like, actually, sometimes for me it gets distracting because we're all just like chilling, and like I forget, like, oh crap, we're like, we're supposed to be working.
The vibes are good though.
Yeah, we're all just really tight. So.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, man, you haven't been on the couch yet, dude.
Yeah, first time on the couch. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Walk us through your journey a little bit, man, from like the days of just the start of your productions until now.
Yeah, so I always made music. Like when I was younger, I played piano and like played the drums and stuff. When I got older, I started making beats on Logic, kind of like for fun, and then it kind of turned into like, something serious. I just started doing it all the time, and early on, I was like really into like underground, like sound, SoundCloud stuff, like just like local artists, like anything that was like, like just underground stuff, like unknown people. And I like developing relationships with, these guys that are smaller and working up together. And I think early on, a lot of my beginning was just like internet, you know what I mean? Like making friends over the internet. So like a big base I used was SoundCloud. And I would like, make a lot of friends over the internet, do songs, and then I would start dropping them on my page. So over time, I kind of like built up a little following, and there's like a big community there, So that was like early on. That was like, 2016, 17, 18, and then, 3-4 years ago, started working with a lot of Detroit guys.
Your SoundCloud has a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
How
My
many
SoundCloud.
listeners do you got, man?
I get like almost $250,000 a month right
Woo!
now. Yeah.
That's some serious
Yeah.
business. Dude.
Yeah. Just from songs that like, you know, made with homies and stuff and dropped.
That's fucking sick, bro.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved with the lab?
Lando reached out to me and he was like, send me some beats. I'm doing like a competition, you know, like a giveaway. And it's going to be a freestyle competition. And so I sent him some beats and he used it. And then, you know, we kind of just kept asking me for beats. Like if there was artists that he was working with or anything. This is before the lab too. This is kind of like when the pandemic started, you know? So, yeah, he just reached out to me. Really cool guy. Like, and, you know, I had known about the lab and everything. But we were playing 2K one day and he was like, I'm going to build this studio. And like 6 months later, he built the hip hop lab. And then around that same time, Danny and me linked up because of Mitch. You know, Mitch was like, you know, Mitch told Danny, like, you got to link with my boy Jake or whatever. So I remember Danny drove to Lansing and we linked up and he was like, you know, the whole thing that's funny in between this is we're both working with Shitty Boys, you know, at the same time, like TRD, Stan, Tron. And he was in communication with Lando and Lando was having Danny come up to the lab, you know, to start his journey. And then shortly after I kind of came up too, so
you guys were both working with Shitty Boys separately, and then when you guys came together, you were working with them.
yeah.
I think I knew about Jake through like Kesher Kwan, like before like Mitch told me about him. I was listening to what was it? It was a song Marvelous
Yeah, Marvelous with
by
the
TJ Casher and 10K Cav.
yep.
That's the first time I heard Jake's beats.
So it's like you guys were meant to work together.
Yeah, type
Yeah,
shit.
almost like-
that was like my favorite. That was like my favorite song too. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fire. No,
Like
and I
the
knew about
sample.
Danny. I was working with D. So like my whole introduction to like Shitty Boys was like I started working with D and we did a song called Lamb Chops, which it's a Shitty Boys song, but it was like D's song. And yeah, that's how I met, you know, Tron and Stan was through D, you know.
That's crazy, bro. It's like fucking music made in heaven, bro, or some shit like that, right? Or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
It's like it was supposed to happen. It's like
Mhm.
all the fucking planets aligned for you guys to work together.
Yep.
It's wild, son. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's why the music comes out so great sometimes when everything just falls into place and makes the creation process easier, right?
Yeah, and shout out to Lando because I feel like, you know, me and Danny both were doing a lot of stuff and reaching out to people and making connections, but like just having Lando in our corner, you know, just all the time, you know, this guy this guy that, this that, like, you know, always something going on and throwing a lob, you know. That's been a real cool thing, you know. A cool part of the journey is kind of like having that, you know, relationship where you know, you feel like you always got something to do. You always can contribute to something because you're a part of a team, you know?
Yeah, right on.
So it's cool.
Danny's what, like your fourth or fifth time being here?
Probably like number 5,
5, right?
4.
You were just here not even a few months ago. What's been some newer things that's happened since the last time you've been here till now, man? And the tour looks. Did you get to
Yeah,
get
the
chance to
tour
run into
was-
Nardwuar, man? Did you were you there
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
room? What was he
Well,
like, man?
Nardwuar, like he doesn't let anybody in the room. Like he didn't like junk food. It was just him. It was Tron, Lando, Nardwuar, and Nardwuar's team. But like before and after, obviously, like, you know, we hung out with him.
What's he like?
The same, like the same as like what you
Is it a character? Or is it like, what do you think? Is it like a real dude?
I'm sure there. I feel like he probably plays it up a little bit, but like I think that's just him. Like I don't know, just like it seems like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What was the?
but that was like a cool moment because I always said I wanted to do a lot of stuff, and that was one of the things I wanted to do was meet Nardwuar. Even though it wasn't like to interview me, but that was cool.
Still got to meet the motherfucker. Yeah. You know, I thought he was like, I looked up his net worth out of just like, I was just like, what the fuck, dude, this guy's like a fucking multi-millionaire. I was tripping because I was like, I would hate to do that job. But then like, he must love it because he's already rich and doing it.
He interviewed Kurt Cobain.
Jay-Z.
Like,
Kurt
I think he had
Cobain?
Kurt Cobain's last interview.
He does.
Holy shit.
Bro, he's
Is
been
he
doing this for
inspiration
so
to you,
long.
kiddo? At all?
Who, Nardwuar?
Yeah.
I remember when I first got hip to him like 7 years ago. I was like, this is funny as fuck. There was like this rock band that gave him shit one time. Like, they were fucking on his ass.
Slipknot?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Slipknot?
It was Slipknot. I think they like
so.
ran off on the
But
interview.
no, they're not the only ones to.
Press him.
Yeah.
They were pressing his ass, and I actually felt bad, but I was like, dude, nice job for staying in character through that press, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I appreciated the reactions that the artist would give him. You know, like he knows shit that nobody in the fucking world would know. And just like watching the reactions was like the coolest part about it. And how much they respected him, even though he was such an oddball. Like he doesn't look like a rapper. He doesn't look like he has any part of the rap culture. He looks like he's supposed to be out there with like a fucking flute and like the fucking Ireland or some shit. Like
he's so himself, you know? Like
no,
he's
dude,
so
the Tron one was cool though too, because like he found his dad's like one of his dad's like first mixtapes. I don't think it was like his dad's mixtape. I think it was his dad's like boyz mixtape, and he was on it for like he had a couple songs on it or something.
Yeah, he had like two
But
songs.
bro, it's
on
like from the '80s. It's like a cassette.
It's a relic, you know?
He brought up some shit where I think like he talked about ICP or something like that, and then I seen Tron like kind of was like, oh shit, nobody was supposed to know that or something.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of shocked, and then he went up to Lando and he's like, doesn't your store used to be a cell phone store? And like Lando's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that was the funniest part to me. Just like
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like they do.
He's like
He has a team probably that just fucking does super research. Dude.
in depth.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The Suicide Boys one I watched L, and I was like, you know, just random, like just he knew so much. Their reactions were just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know this? Like, where'd you find this out?
Yeah. Yeah, I figure
Crazy.
like it's not the craziest thing to figure shit out, but it must be like you know what it's not. You know what it's interesting about it? It's not that it's finding information that's the craziest part. It's that out of all the information he finds out about somebody, which one he knows is gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could probably figure out 10,000 things about you, be like, but this is gonna like the skate park that you first went to in your life is the one that's gonna fuck your face up and give you that reaction I want the internet to see.
Yeah.
That's the real skill, I think, at the end of the day, dude.
Yeah,
But
for
talk about the
sure.
rest of the experience, though, man. What was like the early times of the trip, and just walk us through the whole trip.
Well, where did we go? Oh, we went to Pittsburgh. That was like the first stop. I feel like what was my favorite? My favorite spot on the tour has got to be
Orlando, Miami.
No, Miami. Like over LA. I just like Rolling Loud was crazy. Yeah. I took I was like on like 2 grams of mushrooms. Stage. Like tripping, dude. Like
Why, man?
I don't know, man. I'm like, oh, I'm at Rolling Loud. Like, fuck it. I'm hanging out with Kosher, talking about skateboarding.
Just
like,
void.
about like just like skateboarding shit, and then I just ate this chocolate bar, and it just hit me so hard.
Did it make the experience better or worse?
It was. I don't want to say worse. It was just so overwhelming. Like, it was just it was just crazy. And then after, like, I couldn't drive. Like, they escort you. Like after it's over, they escort you like across the stadium, like far away, like to the parking lot. And then the guy took us to the wrong parking lot, and like left us there. And I'm like, wait, this isn't the right one. And the guy's like, oh yeah, parking lot A is over there. So we had somebody like drive us
Chauffeur
there,
us.
and then I couldn't drive back, and I just we went to House of Hits after, and I recorded a song with I got a song with me and Jake got a song with La Tyler and Certified Trapper.
Fire.
But I had to like sit in the hotel room for like an hour before I went to the studio.
Compose.
So you're telling me like the thousands and thousands of people are cheering, facing towards you, and you're high off mushrooms?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So like, it was overwhelming, right? But what was tell us the emotions that you were going through.
I mean, it was just like surreal. I mean, I just couldn't believe I was there. I feel like yeah, it's just like all the stuff that has happened was all stuff that I was like, damn, I want to go to Rolling Loud one day. I want to do this. So.
Do you think you manifested all this?
Probably. I
For
think I
sure.
manifested working with like shitty boys.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you told me like
everything.
the first time we talked that you were just tagging motherfuckers until shit worked out.
No, not even. I just did it that one time. Like I never tagged people because I seen other people doing it and it just looked like it was annoying and I didn't want to be that guy. Yeah. Not trying to say it's like annoying or whatever, but I mean it is kind of annoying. So I didn't want to do that, but that's what happened.
That's crazy, bro.
So like the one time.
Yeah, man. Jake, you already been doing these, right? Like you already done the Rolling Loud and everything, so you took a break from it.
Yeah, I did like the tours. Yeah, like I said, like this last tour, like it wasn't even like. I think me and Danny originally were just gonna like go to a couple. You know what I mean? Danny ended up going to the whole thing, and, you know. Yeah, no, I didn't go. I haven't gone to Rolling Loud. I haven't gone to Rolling Loud. I haven't gone to a Rolling Loud yet, but I have gone to some of the big festivals, and they're crazy. It's crazy. Like what Danny just said, that's crazy doing that. Like just being up. It's funny. Like speaking of like shows, like in Detroit, I remember during the, I think it was the Ben Reaper tour maybe. We were Casher Kwan opened up for Tron. He was on shrooms too.
That was his first time doing
yeah,
that.
his first time. That was fun. So
That
it's like
was the
sometimes
fun.
it's just fun to throw yourself in the fire.
That was like
you
the
know?
funniest thing to see too.
Yeah.
Like he did a good job like keeping it together. It's just funny. Like
Yeah.
he like didn't even know what to expect. He's like, all right, like
That's so
just
weird. I
took
like
it,
to
and
go
then
like,
he
when I go on stage, I like to be as sober as possible. But for
Yeah.
some
yeah,
reason,
No,
you guys are-
100%.
Yeah, but for me, I have like less of an active role, so
Oh, right.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, just stand
Not
there and
really.
watch, you know? Until people start calling your name, you get.
Damn, I did a lot of shrooms on the tour. Yeah. No, Miami though. Miami's sick. I love Miami.
Walk us through Miami.
It's just dope. It's like
Miami's the best.
the weather's so nice. They got fire studios. Like a ton of people to work with. Dude, yeah, I locked in with Kosher for like 4 days. Trapland Pat, La Tyler, YNWB Slime. We got a couple songs with him on the tour.
Some of the
That's
best
right.
parts of the tour is working. Like going
Yeah,
to the
that's what-
studios,
that's-
you know, networking with like
That was like
whatever artists are there.
that's like probably one of my favorite parts of it is just going and working in different cities.
Taking advantage of, you know, who's around you or what's in front of you.
Yeah. I wonder how that works though. Like if you create like let's say you and Kosher are working on some music together, right? Like how does that work as far as when the songs get officialized? Do you guys keep communication with like the publishing and like the like logistics of everything still?
Yeah, I just got a song on his album that he just dropped like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But that wasn't from the tour. That was like from like we did that like 2 or 3 months ago. And yeah, when I seen him in LA, he was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm dropping this on my album." And his management reached out to me, and then I just took care of everything.
The Kosher album was fire. It was good.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I'm just super hype on that.
Yeah, you've done billboard stuff, right? So you kind of already hit like what is it? The thing people look inside, you know, look for the most to is getting on the billboards, and you did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is everything else?
7 times.
Yeah, like 7 times. So is everything else to you after that kind of just like it's sick, but I really feel like I've done the biggest thing you could do.
I mean, I feel like it's not the biggest thing. Not to like sell any accomplishment short. I just like feel like there's more to accomplish, like a gold or platinum record or something.
It's crazy to hear that.
Yeah.
Imagine you saying that 7 years ago, dude.
Bro, I don't think I would have like imagined like even having a billboard chart.
Dude, imagine 7 years ago you were like, yeah, bro, platinum. Shit, dude, it's nothing, man. Like,
Yeah,
It's crazy, yeah. It's crazy because like I think it's like there's like 3 levels in like a simple sense, right? You have like Billboard, and then you have like RIAA certifications, and you have like, you know, like a Grammy. You know what I mean? Like you can easily bracket it, and you know to say that we got like, you know, 4 or 5 plaques together with the same artist, you
Yeah.
know, like over a short amount of years, like it's cool. It's really cool.
I'm still waiting on my other ones. The only plaque that I have physically is the Ben Reaper 2 one.
I just got the Ben
Yeah,
Reaper 3.
I,
We'll open it.
Yeah, I just like they just what do you call it? They approve me for him. So they take a while, but
I remember I was watching this video. Mike Tyson fucking he had all of his championship belts on a table, and the interviewer was asking about them, and Mike Tyson was just like, "This is all bullshit.
Means
Shit
nothing.
means nothing to me. It ain't shit."
I want my kids to be happy. I want
Yeah,
to see
and
my
oh,
kids.
no, that's crazy because there's like this Rick Ross song that he sampled that.
Really?
Yeah, it's on fuck, I forget what mixtape it was.
Yeah, because there's like a deeper thing behind why you're creating something or you're doing something or you're trying to accomplish something.
It's like actually like all the billboard and all that stuff. I get what he's saying. Like it's not like what makes you happy, but it's still dope. Like, but that's not why you do it.
It's like getting your balls sucked, right? But it's by a girl that you don't love. It's like, yeah, this is sick, dude, but
It's temporary.
yeah, it's like, who cares? Like, next. Let's get to the thing where like you're getting married and the girl you loves is sucking your ball sack.
Yeah, because a plaque's nice, but then imagine like buying a crib off one song. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels. Like a
money.
plaque is cool.
I
Like
want money.
a plaque shows you like, oh, I'm in the game, but like, that's just like your necklace to get in the stadium. You want to win the trophy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. When you guys are creating let me ask you this, man. I'm kind of curious. When you guys look at the people who are supporters of you and fans of you guys, do you think it's accumulatively a balance of producers and engineers and people in the entertainment industry and also just the people listening, or is there like one side more than the other?
I don't know.
I'd say both. I'd say it's probably a good mix.
Probably a good mix for sure.
A lot of producers though, for sure, because I know if I'm a producer, I want to follow other producers. So I think I follow a lot of producers.
Do you guys watch
I
producers?
think there's definitely like a lot of fans too, though, like people that are fans of the music.
Right.
Yeah, fans of the artists.
When
for
you guys,
sure.
since you guys are producers, do you guys like watch producer podcasts?
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching too many of those, like podcasts in general.
When you do watch them, what do you kind of like want to hear when you like watching another producer that you might look up to or hear and interested in them? Do you like to hear about the technical aspects of it or the music industry, or just like what do you like to hear when you talk to them?
Probably like, well, the business stuff's always nice to know.
Yeah, business for sure. But also like Rio Leva is an example. If you search him later, but like he's just a very very carefree producer, right? He just like kind of has like at times no like it almost seems like no method to the madness, right? He just sits down and goes crazy, and like sometimes it's refreshing to just watch people make beats that just they're not following the book, they're having fun.
You know what? Like I noticed, like what I realized about like a lot of like famous people or like famous producers, like they're just like they're people, and then you'd just be surprised that like they might like not know certain stuff that you'd expect them to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like I don't know, just like they might not like know music theory or something, and you're just like you have this like idea of them, like, oh my god, this guy's like a genius.
Like we've
they're I don't know.
They just know how to create sounds, but they don't actually have music theory.
Well, like I'm not.
Or they're
like,
a brand.
I'm not even saying it in like a bad way, because it kind of lets you know, like, oh, cool, like this guy got here through hard work, not necessarily knowing everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like those athletes.
You don't have to know every single thing to play the game.
It's some people don't need to have the fundamentals in order to be successful. Like they could just somehow they just rip through it without like even understanding or being educated by what they're learning or doing, which is fucking interesting. Like we just had Street Lord G-Rock on here, and he was talking about his first song was a hit, but before that he had never rapped, he had never rhymed, he had never done anything musically, but all of a sudden you go in the studio and you make a fucking hit. Like it's crazy,
Yeah, it is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about the your producers in general and your guys' situation where you're collaborating and you're making music together and you're making music independently. And where do you find the best music comes from? Where do you find your best work comes from? Is it more from the collaborative effort or the independent? And how does it usually begin?
I'd say it depends. Like, it depends on the situation. I know for me and Danny, like, we can make beats together really well. We kind of got a system, you know what I mean? But then certain other producers I may work with, it's almost impossible to get a system, So I think it depends on the person. But, like, you know, you got to be able to make beats by yourself and then go make beats with other people and then go make beats by yourself and be in a studio room and be in your bedroom. You got to be able to be everywhere and with everybody and kind of have it balance in and out. Like, I might find myself making like a bunch of collabs one day. Like, I think you said you made like 20 beats the other day.
Yeah, I made 20 beats,
you know,
2 days ago.
And a lot of them were collabs.
Yeah, they were all collabs, but yeah, it was like
20 beats, you know?
How many hours is that?
I think I could have made more. I just kind of was kind of like bullshitting like part of the day.
Did they come out fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're kind of just chilling when you're making your beats. You know, you don't look like do you look like a mad scientist when you're working, or do you look like you're just chilling?
I don't know.
Or Jake, what does Danny look like when he's making
You would probably
beats?
say a mad scientist. Yeah.
Really?
Close up to the screen or, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
straight
gotta
up.
get in the zone, dude.
Yeah, locked into the screen for like 5 hours
I can't
straight.
have distractions. Like I get distracted easily. But when
Yeah.
I get focused, you know.
It's on.
Yeah, I try to. I don't ever answer my phone. Like, I just have so many like texts and like it's just overwhelming. Yeah, because like you're trying to work and then like you just get texts and DMs and shit. And,
Even going back to the tour a little bit, man. Walk us through some more of the highlights for you guys, man. For you specifically, Danny. Now you're getting there, man. You're working with people. You know, you're working with Kosher and stuff. You're working with the guys from the lab. Was there anything else that stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, just like, well, like, I went to the House of Blues, which was sick. The original one, and then the San Diego one. That was just dope. RJ. Oh shit! Should I even say this?
What?
RJ. No. I'm not even gonna say it, bro. But that dude is funny as hell.
Is he butt naked?
No.
RJ is always
no.
tripping, man.
RJ is always tripping, bro. He
Rumors
tripped
are
in
true.
every city.
The rumors are true. RJ always is tripping.
Yeah.
What's it like learning from somebody like him? Because he's so historic in the game in Detroit music, man.
He's just. That's another example. I feel like he knows everything and knows nothing at the same time, but knows everything. Like, I don't know. But you can just tell, like, from his experience. That's why I always like just listen to him or like follow like a lot of his direction.
It must feel like that because he doesn't really have like an ego thing. Like he's willing to learn.
Yeah, he's also willing to just like he knows like what he's good at and what he's not good at, and he's not afraid to like to say that like, oh, you're better at this, and I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, or like RJ will be like, I'm trying to learn how to make these type of beats. Like, can you teach me how? I don't know how to make them. Or like, I mean, or not even anybody, but I mean, in specific RJ, like, he's just one of those guys that's always open to learning, and you know, he may not even understand he's teaching you too at the same time.
yeah, RJ's really good at connecting people together. Like, some situations I might not have like talked to a certain person, but he's like, oh, this Danny G, like, you know, get his Instagram, get his phone number or something. Or like, damn, like this guy right here, like.
And we've had some crazy.
Like he's good at networking too. Like,
Hell yeah.
did a lot of that on the tour.
Yeah. He's a very interesting cat because, like you said, he's always willing. You know, he told a really funny story one time when he felt like he was falling off even though he wasn't, and so he went to like a producer camp to like learn from all the other producers. And then all the producers looked at him and they're like, dude, what are you trying to do learning from us? We're the ones who learned from you. So it's like a recycling pattern. He's like, oh, shit, I am the man. Like, I am the shit. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's cool. You guys got like, the system's so beautiful, right? Because you have Lando, who's an OG, knows the game. He's been through it. He understands the network. He understands the marketing strategies, right? You got a badass banging artist that's topping the charts with Tron. You got producers that are fucking legendary that are, you know, holding their own weight and doing everything. And then you got RJ Lamont, who's again an OG too, who understands the whole system of everything and is a very, very talented producer and DJ, right? So it's like a very good unit at the end of the day. It's like a good team, right?
Very much so.
when you guys are, do you guys have a good like chemistry as far as just chilling and kicking it and stuff like that, or like is it work related for some people?
Like me and Jake.
Anybody? Like is it when you guys have this whole team together? Is it some sides of it's like work related and some sides?
Yeah, there's definitely some like we chill, but we're all working for sure.
Yeah, we have fun. Like we definitely have fun. Like if we're when we go on the road, like
I think if you want to achieve anything good, like you got to stay working. So like we all just want it. So we're always working.
When you guys are getting all these, they were talking about the producer splits the other day and stuff like that, and you put out so many fucking songs, and we're talking about producer splits. Did you guys agree with that idea of a producer doing like a 7/30, or like some were getting 5% and all that stuff from major hit songs? But did you guys see that and agree with how artists are doing the splits with their producers?
I mean, it's every producer deserves and needs to get paid, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Depending on the artist or the situation or the co-producer, there's going to be different percentages, but
I think it boils down to a lot of different things. Like you also got to like keep in mind like the artist you're working with and like what the budget might be, like based on like streams and stuff too, like what like I'm not even talking about percentages, but let's say like an advance or something. Like, are you gonna ask for a $5,000 advance from somebody that gets 100,000 streams?
Mm-hmm.
No, because the money's not there. But if it's like a bigger artist that's getting tens of millions of views, like you might be able to ask for a bigger advance. Yeah. It makes more sense. But at the end of the day, like percentages and stuff, like definitely.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Definitely gotta.
That's a must. You got to take care of your producer. You have to take care of your producer,
Yeah,
I think any artist that wants to build, and create a sound, you gotta take care of them.
I just thought of this. In Orlando, it was like the last night, and Tron got these Mr. Mushy Bars. They're like mushroom chocolate bars, and we all took 2 grams each in the studio. We made 5 songs, but it was crazy.
You guys are making songs off shrooms.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It was nuts, dude. Like
Mush on his last project was based off a studio session. Just, vibing.
Man, everybody was just, oh my God. Like I was like trying to keep it together. I was like engineering. I didn't want to because I was like tripping too hard. I just wanted to chill. RJ's like sitting down on the floor. Like Tron's just dying laughing, just like running around, and then like he comes back and he's like, bro, this ain't it. Like this is too much. Like because it was only like an hour in and we were just like gone. But we made 5 songs. Yeah. 5 really good songs.
That's fucking crazy, dude. You guys are fucking intoxicated and fucking making tracks.
Enlightened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Mushrooms are like one of the only drugs that actually expands your mind, right?
Yeah. I don't do other drugs.
Yeah. You don't. I know.
No.
Talked about the sobriety is crazy.
Yeah.
Been on it for a long ass time, dude.
Yeah, actually, like I guess I kind of broke that a little bit, but I don't know.
Drinking or smoking?
No, just taking some mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
But
That's a little bit different though, bro. I feel like marijuana dumbs you down. Maybe it can expand some certain things and make you a little more relaxed, but it does dumb you down. Alcohol dumbs you the fuck down for sure. There's no question.
yeah.
I feel like mushrooms does something to your brain that helps expand certain things, and you get to see certain dimensions that you normally wouldn't have seen, right?
Yeah, I think it took me out of like this rut that I was in. Right. I mean, you can take it too far with those too, but
You can do it with anything.
yeah, but I don't know. I did take them a decent amount of times on the tour and prior to the tour, but I haven't taken them really since. And I'm cool with that. Like I'm cool with like going like a while without doing that.
Yeah, man, I've been on that shit, bro. I kind of cut down on drinking and shit and all that. I'm kind of over it all, man, because it's like, kind of just want to sleep properly sometimes, Get
Yeah,
that
bro.
good fucking 8 hours in.
I just can't imagine doing anything like doing like drinking or anything, because like it's gonna stop me from working and like working like as hard as I can, like, because it just makes you tired and just like feel like shit
Yeah, dude, I'm sick
at the
about
end of it, you know.
I mean, I'm still probably gonna drink later, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sick of it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of that shit. It's like an avoidant, dude. It's like an avoidant substance. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit, so I'm gonna drink and kind of escape it.
Yeah, I think that's why I used to like drink and party.
It comes right back tomorrow, whatever you're
Yeah,
avoiding.
like they're like that, and then like just like your friends, like when you're young and like all your friends are doing it.
You know what trips me out
So,
about
like-
drinking, dude? It's like, because I was like, going through a problem a couple weeks ago, and like once the problem emerged, I started drinking like 2 bottles of wine every night that I was thinking about that problem. And then one day, I was so overwhelmed with the problem that I just like made a fucking snap decision about that problem. And like when I tried to like understand why I made that decision, I couldn't even reflect on why, because I had been drinking the whole time I was supposed to pay attention to why I was having a problem in the first place.
Yeah,
So like distracts you to the point that even when you got to make a solution, you're like, I don't even understand why I'm doing this or making,
yeah,
choosing the solution, but I'm doing it now.
yeah. That's
It like fucking shuts your brain off, dude. It's sick as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. There's just like a lot. I just think there's a lot of other stuff in life. Like I think about, like I just think about like wanting to have like $1 million, like, or like $10 million, and like just have all this other stuff going on, and I'm like, that's not gonna get me there.
Yeah.
You know, like I can do that, or I can just like, I don't know.
Jake, man, talk about some of your projects. What you been working on, bro?
Me and TRD are working on a tape that'll probably drop maybe before the end of the year, beginning of next year. Probably before the end of the year. Yeah. I think me and Danny are putting something together, like a little project. We just got so many songs, that are sitting.
You hit the billboards too, right, Jake?
Yeah. With Tron and Baby Smooth.
Yeah, talk about
Yeah.
the project.
So, well, with Tron, we've had the Bin Reapers, Bin Reaper 3, Old Testament, New Testament, Megatron, and I think those 3. Or is there one more?
I just realized why Tron's last album probably didn't hit the charts or the Billboard, because something happened. I think somebody like accidentally dropped the deluxe, and it was like all the same songs, but the only difference was the Out on Bond remix with Rio. So like once they dropped it, like everybody started streaming that one. So I think it just didn't get over
That's
the
what
hump.
happened. It came out as
Like,
a new project.
They still hit like Apple charts really high, but I just think it might have missed Billboard
Because of a
that.
technical error?
Yeah. Like the way it was like uploaded or something.
Yeah, man. Remember when the Mummy movie came out with Tom Cruise and they released the trailer without any cinematic audio, and so all you just heard was Tom Cruise screaming throughout the whole thing?
No
I
way.
did know that. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, dude,
I
it's a
didn't know
real
that.
thing. Like, they accidentally dropped that trailer and it got millions and millions of views, and they said that really hurt the sale of the movie for some reason.
It's just Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
No way.
Tom Cruise screaming.
It's just Tom Cruise screaming like, ah! And there was like no music or any dramatic sounds or sound effects behind it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Isn't it crazy like how much music and like sounds adds to like
To anything.
yeah, like watching a movie without music or whatever, like it'd just be boring.
Yeah.
Think about Pulp Fiction, dude. There's so many gnarly tunes in Pulp Fiction.
Or like if you're rapping and you don't have a beat.
Yeah.
I think the beat's pretty important.
That's why that split conversation got brought up, because it's like producers are creating half of the sound. So if you're creating half of the sound, it means like, there got to be some fairness to that.
And there's a lot of artists,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
There's so many artists in the world, Yeah. You're going to get upset over one artist doesn't pay you. Find one who does.
Right. But yeah, movies are
yeah.
crazy, man. The Big Lebowski soundtrack. What's your favorite movie soundtrack of all time?
Edward Scissorhand.
Word?
Yep.
It's a pretty interesting
Yeah, I
one.
gotta think about that.
Edward Scissorhand.
I'd have to think about that one.
Big Lebowski had some hit, man. Fucking just
Big
non-stop.
Lebowski's good. Requiem for a Dream. You seen that?
No, everybody keeps telling
That's
me to
a
watch
great
it.
one.
Movie.
That's a banging
It's a
soundtrack.
depressing movie.
It's a depressing movie, but the soundtrack is killer.
I remember when Dark Knight came out, dude. Fucking
That's
Top
a good
tier.
ass movie. That's one of my
soundtrack
favorites.
Top
was
tier.
legendary.
One of my favorite movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy had a pretty sweet song.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy had a good soundtrack. That was like whoever was in charge of
I think
that
I
just
walked out of
selected
that
the
movie.
songs perfectly. You know,
You
They
walked
just-
out
I
on
walked
Guardians?
out of that movie. Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
Which one?
I don't even know.
He just
I'm just
doesn't
not
even
into
care.
it. Like I'm.
Fucking squirrel, fuck this shit.
Right.
I'm not into like Marvel and like superhero movies.
I walked out of the
Unless
Hobbit.
it's Batman. Really, The Hobbit?
Yeah, I walked out the Hobbit. I was
Dude,
like,
I
I don't
fuck
give a
with The
fuck,
Hobbit.
dude, and I just walked out.
You know what?
what happened?
I don't think
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
a
you'd
good
make
movie.
it through Oppenheimer. That was 3
No,
hours.
I'm a huge Chris Nolan fan.
You know what? You might like it then.
But I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on TV, dude. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to. I know IMAX is killer. I know IMAX
it was
is
great.
killer.
It was great.
I know IMAX is killer, but I'm not. I don't feel like going to theaters anymore, man. I'm so sick about that shit, dude.
I like going to them because I never go anymore. And I like the seats they have. They
Bro, I
have,
get
like, a
nervous in
fucking-
movie theaters for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why. Like
Is it because of that thing that happened in Colorado?
yeah, like or something, bro. Like I'm in the movie
Bro,
theater.
that is crazy.
I was in the movie theater, and like I'm sitting right, and this guy is over here, and then he moved seats behind me, bro, and I had to leave. It fucked it up. I had to
It's
leave,
gonna,
bro.
like,
I was
kill you.
tweaking. I was like, this guy's moving, and I just left. Yeah.
I strategize when I go. I look at the exit where it's at.
Yo,
I need to go with the
Close to the
L.
wall.
That's smart.
Get close to the
No,
wall.
that's smart.
Hop over, dude. Like,
I need back
Right.
seat
You gotta
all
be
the
able to
way on the
escape
top
at
yeah.
all times.
All the way on the
Dude,
top. Yeah.
My girlfriend thinks I'm so sick because I like strategize everything. Like, all right, look, if they did start shooting right now, all right,
What do
this
we
is
do?
This is what we're gonna do, all right? So
Yeah.
she'll always be like, "Oh, you're right, dude. Like, this is
Yeah.
fucking crazy."
But you gotta check. You gotta check the exits though too.
yeah.
If
You
you're
gotta-
really
yeah.
thorough, you gotta go and make sure the door actually opens.
I mean, come on. You're sitting in a movie theater. You see, bro, walk in with a backpack. You're not like, oh hell no.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Fuck
I
no.
actually haven't been thinking about it like that. To be honest, I've been slipping.
I mean, you don't think about it, but when you see it, it pops up.
I've been thinking about. I think about
I
that
swear.
shit.
I swear.
I've been lacking every
swear.
time because I always fall asleep. Dude.
I think about that shit all the time. I'm always like very aware of like, okay, let me pay attention to everything that's going on around me because you never know
Yeah.
what somebody's on, like, type shit, dude. I was at my fucking I'm not gonna say whose house I was. I was at a fucking friend's house 3 nights ago, dude. 4:00 in the morning, I'm fucking leaving, and some dude in a ski mask and full fucking like fucking just blacked out clothes just jetted from the car. He seen me, he looked at me, he's like, oh shit, and he ran. And I was like, fuck that, bro.
Not your car.
No, it wasn't my car. It was like a neighbor, three like probably like 30, 40 feet
Probably
from
trying
me.
to take the catalytic converter. Was it a Prius?
Dude, it was a.
Was it a
one of
Prius?
Those, it was one of those cars that kind of did look like a fucking Prius. It was blue. It was a weird
Yeah.
fucking color, and I was like, dude, you gotta really like just fucking sometimes check shit out before, you fucking walk into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the malls.
Thank God for concealed carry in Michigan.
Yeah. 100%. I was gonna say that's a part of the, there's times I'm not that scared, but I mean I'm never scared, but there's times I'm.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not,
not
like,
walking
scared to
out of the
leave
movie,
house,
I'm
but
sitting
I
there.
think that's a good.
Well, dude, Somerset
Good
Mall
point.
kept getting false alarms. So like I would go on to Instagram and then they'd be like shooting at Somerset Mall for like 3 weeks straight. That's what happened, and then all of them would be false alarms. At the end of the day, they'd be like, there was no shooting at Somerset Mall. And so I was like, dude, I'm not about to keep going there because one day it's not going to be a fucking false alarm, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's a huge red flag from God.
man. Yeah.
No, you want to know what's crazy? L is so Danny came to Lansing right in like 2019, 2020. Yeah, 2020 maybe. We started making beats and shit, and then we haven't stopped making beats since then. Like I think the tour was the longest that we haven't like, been cooking up every couple of days type shit. So I kind of just like we just started really locking in. The Yoy Brand is something that Danny threw on the table, and I was like, I'm fucking with it.
Yeah, man, you guys didn't stop.
Yep.
You guys kept fucking rolling. Consistency paid off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Consistency is the key.
Yeah, consistency's key. Don't make excuses, obviously.
Now you guys can like comfortably make a living off of making beats, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Selling
yeah, you can.
beats.
No, you guys in
engineering.
particular. I'm talking about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Your job is to make beats.
Yeah,
Sell
just make
beats.
music. I don't like to sell beats though, really.
You
I
get
just like to-
royalties in
I like to
reality
cut
is
records.
selling the beat,
That's sick.
That's how I've been focusing my energy on that. Because I think there's more money, like, but there's a lot of ways you can make money in music. So there's not like a right or wrong path. It's just, I think you can't do everything now.
Do you feel
So you got to kind of pick like what you're gonna do. Like, all right, I'm gonna focus on this.
Do you feel like because you focus on it like that you're going into cut records versus selling beats, that you know you have to focus more on the beat to develop it properly and to make it like something that stands the test of time?
I mean, I guess I haven't really, like, I always try to make the best beats I can. I try to anyways.
Yeah.
But like I don't necessarily like set out to, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely always just try to make the best beats I can, and then, you know, not like, I feel like sometimes there's like days where like you make a couple beats that you're like, I don't like this one, but I just like to make different beats and different stuff, and then sometimes I'm in the studio like with J100. We did Pure Intentions. I made that with him from scratch. That's on his new album. Like, we just made it together. Like, so stuff like that, or like I just make beats on my own time, and then I just go to the studio or something, and then, you know, just record something. So it's like a numbers game too. Like, I just try to make as much as I can.
Dude, it's like trippy because I do think about that. Like, let's say you cut like 150 records and they're constantly like fucking generating revenue, right? Like, aren't you like a millionaire then, dude?
You can be, yeah.
Yeah, you can be. It depends. I'm not a millionaire.
I'm just saying, dude. It doesn't, like, you're making these fucking charting songs. It's like, and you're getting revenue from all these different artists. It just seems like you'd be making so much paper.
No, yeah, you can. You can pay bills though. Like, it starts.
Yeah, I'm not where I want to be yet financially or anything, but I mean, I have a nice house by the water, I have a car.
I'm not where I want to be.
You know
what I mean? And I don't think Danny is, but I'd say like I'm happy. Like, with the journey right now, like, I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. You know.
Do you guys feel like you could have done this if you had kept a job at the same time?
I don't think I could.
Limitations, yeah. Like, you're gonna meet limitations.
I had to just go all in, dude. I couldn't. I was working a job before, and then it was like construction, but it's like you come home and then you just feel like your knees are about to give out because, like, just like it's like tough work. I mean, and then you're just like drained, and then you got to come home and like, oh, I got to make beats, but then it's like I got to go to sleep because I got to get up at 6 a.m. I don't know. I mean, like, I was making that work, but I knew like once I got in the door with music, I was just gonna do it. Yeah. The pandemic kind of like saved me.
Yeah.
Because it gave me an excuse to not work, and then I was just trying to figure it out before the end of the pandemic. Like, let me just figure this out so I don't have to like go back.
Right. Risk for reward.
Yeah, that's just my situation though. It's probably a lot of other people's situations too.
Yeah, like there's some people who can succeed while they have a job at the same time.
I think you can. You can.
Yeah. There's some people who can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's good to have like you're not going to be a producer and be working like a whole 9 to 5 at like a bank or something, right? Like, you can't. If you're choosing a career and maybe you're making money on the side doing something a couple days a week or this or that, you know, that's a different story. But you cannot. It's gonna be very hard for you.
I think most shit in the entertainment industry is like that. Because you have to be super accessible to opportunity when you're involved in the entertainment industry. Like, there's so many things that are going to be thrown your way at different times and different days. Yep. And sometimes you might be at work and you're not able to do that. Yep. Sometimes you get home from work and you don't want to work on that project that you're supposed to have to work on. The creative energies can, you know, decrease throughout the day.
100%.
It's very important to have all the creative energy you can.
What you just said though, like, that's like I'm not ever gonna tell somebody like, oh yeah, just quit your job and just, you know, just be homeless or something. But like, that's true, bro. Like, what if I had like a job and it was like, oh, we're going on tour, like, you want to go? Like, oh, I can't, or something. Or like, we're just like different stuff. Or like, oh, I got this session, like, I need you to pull up and like all the Rio stuff. Like,
yeah, I'm working.
I need you to pull up and record Rio. Like, what if I was like, oh, dude, I got to get up for work? No.
You lose your spot. Someone else takes your spot.
Well, I mean, technically, like, engineering, like, I was doing that a lot for a while, and that was like my day job, or not really day job, but whatever. But it's still like it's like still there in the music. So like I'm still like, even like Rio, like I used to get paid to do the Rio sessions. Like I used to get paid for those, and then I would get some of my beats in there and make some songs with them.
Free.
But that's like I just have to be all in with it.
Yeah, you were accessible to the opportunities at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal, man. You working with, imagine when he gets out and that shit gets even promoted and marketed hard, and then he's like, yo, Danny was one of the dudes that was there, dude. And then you fucking, that's a whole nother, huge contribution you can have to the music scene.
Yeah, I'll definitely look forward to working with him when he gets out, for sure.
Yeah, man. I seen free Rio license plate recently.
Yeah,
Nice.
actually, dude, on the tour, bro, the crazy thing is, bro, every city, like, RJ'd be playing like Rio, and like all these kids just love Rio. They're just singing every single word to every song, and they're just like free Rio. Like, I think they just like, I don't know, dude. Rio is really big. Yeah, he definitely was. Cause like every city, like everybody knows Rio.
It's so crazy, dude. Detroit has some hot stuff in the pot.
Yeah. It's been a fun, like 4 or 5 years.
It must be cool to be so established, too, as, like major producers in Detroit right now. You guys are, man. Like, you guys are holding your own, dude. Like, you're a part of this shit, which is crazy, right? Like,
yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. Shout out to all the producers, We got a lot of producers in Michigan. Like, everybody's cool. Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle is so
they
fucking
just messaged
sweet,
me.
dude.
313 Mafia.
He's so
I thought he was Cap.
No,
he's
You
fire.
know why? Because everybody's fucking using BabyTron's fucking profile picture, like even just regular people. So I'm like, it's just another one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of like, I feel like if like I do that too, like when an album drops, like for like Tron or something, like I just make the album.
No, I just thought it was a spam dude, like just one random guy. I didn't know it was actually a guy you guys fuck with.
No, dude, Kyle produced most of the first
Ben Reaper 3.
Ben Reaper 3. Like he produced a lot of songs on there. But he's just so talented. Like I feel like I learned so much from him.
What's it been like watching the
He's
progression?
just good at making beats.
What's it been like watching the progression of the Shitty Boys, man, and being a part of all that? Like from the point it was, I know me and you talk about it every time you're on here, Danny, but just a new update since the Rolling Loud stuff happened. See the crowd's reactions, selling out shows.
It's just getting bigger, man. Like, and then even on this tour, because like Stan and D didn't come on this tour because it was just a BabyTron tour, and Certified Trapper, and like they didn't come, but so many people were like, "Where's Stan and D?" Like, it's just bigger now, Like, I don't even. It's crazy to even think it's real.
I think for me, like watching,
it's sick.
You gotta soak into it, right?
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Jake?
Well, and just like watching them individually too, like as a group, they've grown, but like working with them individually, like working on Tron's project, then working on Stan's last project he dropped, then D's last 2 tapes, like they're just like, they just like don't stop, you know what I mean? Like Danny said earlier, like just don't stop working. Like, you go to the lab, there's always someone recording all the time.
Yeah, especially now, there's like sometimes there's nowhere to sit down.
But the growth is crazy. It's huge. Like those guys are huge, bro. Like my little brothers and like their friends, like it's like their favorite artists, like
I told
it's crazy.
I told Danny this last time he was on. There's a Starbucks that I go to, and there's these kids there, like just got out of high school or whatever. And one of the girls recognized me. She's like, "Don't you have a podcast?" And blah blah blah. And she started telling everybody else about the podcast. And this dude's like, "Oh, dude, you interview Detroit rappers?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, he's like, "Who do you know?" I was like, like Sada Baby. He's like, "Who?" I was like, I was like naming like big rappers. They're like, who? And then this kid's like, "Do you know who BabyTron is?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" And that's when I knew there's like a whole shift in the generations now. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Okay, I get it. This is the new generation."
The new generation is, it's definitely a lot different.
And
Bro,
Flint too, like they love RMC Mike and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I didn't know the kids were listening to this stuff. I thought it was like,
Duh.
I didn't know, dude.
17, 16, 15.
It's a generational shift, and when it happens, like you probably got I don't know if you watched the generational shift happen, but like, all right, like when did you start making beats? Like what year was it?
I think it was 2019 I really started for real.
When
Yeah.
did
But
you?
I started like 2014.
Yeah,
when did
same
you
here,
start making
2015.
Detroit? Like getting involved in the Detroit culture though.
2019.
Right. So I was in it like halfway through the 2016 mark. So I was still in this like that gap that still lived on till today, but literally 2023 it like fucking shifted.
Mhm.
Right? So when
Yeah.
you see that shift happen, it's like you don't know it's happening, but they fucking happened already.
Mhm.
Like all these cats that were successful in that era have to cross over to now, or their time's already been up. Like
Yeah.
they have to cross
Yeah.
over, their time's been up. Like Vezo is one of those guys who's been withstanding the test of time. Like he keeps
Yeah.
fucking making it to the next wave and
Him
the
and
next wave.
Peasy and Face.
Yeah. But some guys didn't make it to the new generation, dude. Some guys
Yeah.
like that's over. It's over. Like your time was your time. If you can make a comeback, that's great,
Bro, you know what's crazy is like I don't see like during that time. I want to say like I kind of wasn't listening to Detroit music. Like I took a break from it for like a little while. I was listening to Doughboys, Team Eastside, Eastside 80s, and then I want to say
Started Band Gang.
Band Gang, and I was listening to Band Gang a little bit, but like there was like Dex Osama, that was like 2015. But like I like kind of ducked off for a minute and didn't really know what was going on. And like there's so many people that came and went that I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know about.
Well, the shift definitely fucking happened, dude. The shift is real. It's all these new cats. Even your boy, a certified trapper. Like hearing his name everywhere. Is
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I'm like,
He's going up, bro. He's going up.
He's
like-
going up,
and
dude.
he's a cool
He's-
guy. He's a really nice guy too. Like
Yeah.
genuine guy.
Yeah, he's super genuine, bro. Like he was probably like one of like the coolest people on the tour. But yeah, like his like even like his shows, like he gets the crowd like
Turn.
for sure.
What's it like for you guys?
And he makes all of his beats, and
Oh, he's totally like
I mean he'll rap
self-sufficient.
he'll rap.
90% of his
beats. Like,
catalog
he's
is his
rapped on,
beats. Yeah.
You know, some John Boy beats. He's rapped on, you know, a good handful of mine, just other people's stuff. Like, but yeah, he makes most of all of his beats himself.
Yeah.
How are you
He
guys?
records himself.
How are you guys handling the producers and everybody that's coming to look up to you guys as like the guys that succeeded and that are still moving forward? And like, do you give them advice? Do you give them tips? Or are you just so busy in work mode that you're like, look, let me get bigger and then I'll talk to you guys?
Damn. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, I never want to like ignore somebody or like
I
I
try
never
not
want
to,
to
but-
brush people off, but like dude, like talking to people on the internet is just like daunting. Like you don't, having a conversation through a DM is just like I mean, I try to respond to people if they're like showing love obviously, but like
Yeah.
I still like myself feel like I have like so much work to do and I'm looking at like bro, I look at John Boy and Meech and like, fucking even RJ, we're just cooking up with him, like I still look up to a lot of people and am looking for guidance, and influence. So I think like when people come up to us at a show or something and they're like, yoy, or like, it's just like, fuck, man.
my
Like,
God.
dude, we're just doing our thing,
That
so
video I sent you when I
yeah.
was in Orlando, these two kids, like this one dude was like DMing me like the whole time, like before the show.
Yeah. The fans
During the
out
show,
are
yeah.
nuts.
And he's like, yeah, I got these pictures I want you to sign. And I like was busy in the show, but I was like, oh, I don't want to like ignore him. I like realized that I was like, oh shit, I told that kid I'd meet him or whatever. And I'm leaving and I see them in the alleyway and they're like, hey, Danny G, yoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, we're leaving. And then I ended up running into them at this gas station.
They tweaked.
Yeah, they had like the picture.
They had a
that you took
vinyl.
when I had the Yoy T-shirt.
Yeah, they had a picture of Danny.
Yeah, and then I signed
I
it,
took
and
him.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But they were just so hype on everything, and they had the Bin Reaper 3
Yeah,
vinyl,
the vinyl with our
which
names
was cool
on
because
it.
like I didn't even know about that. I knew that they had one, I just forgot about it. And yeah, our production credits are all in there and stuff. I thought that was cool.
That's actually
And I just like I didn't know that until they showed it to me. But they were like just so hype on like Sweet Tea and like so like they were hype on like BabyTron and everybody, but like they know about Cluner or like Sweet Tea or just like random like dudes. Like,
Yeah.
that are still kind of on the come up, you know.
You know what I like
That
about
was cool.
Yeah, not to interrupt
Yeah.
you. I was gonna say, you know what I like about the lab too is like all the fans or supporters of say someone's a BabyTron fan or a Shitty Boys fan or a TRD fan, like they gravitate and support Sweet Tea. They gravitate and support J100. Like I've noticed that the team gets a big support, you know, from each direction, you know. So
Right. Yeah, that's usually how
cool.
groups work. Like usually, it's like if you're hanging out with this guy, that means you guys share something in commonality.
Yeah.
And I fuck with you, so I'm gonna fuck with that person too. Like when Eminem was rocking with D12, even though that was kind of like a beginning, early stages thing, like because I love Eminem so much, I was gonna check out Bizarre, I was gonna check out Swifty, I was gonna check out Denine. Like I'm gonna look up what the fuck these guys are all doing.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing with you guys, and you guys are legends in your own respect. Plus the fact that, dude, you guys got to realize that the beats are so fucking sick that people are not only just a fan of who's rapping on them, but the beats themselves, bro. Like just sit there and just like listen to that bitch bump. That was the first time, dude. Did you see that interview I did with I think who was it where we talked about you were the originator of the disco beats?
Oh, I can't take credit for that, but
I get what you mean because at that time
I can't take credit for that because really Tron and
Hakati Y.
well, but even before that, like they just rapped over freestyle beats, and really like I want to say like SOB RBEers, like other people
was a
were
big
rapping
influence,
over
yeah.
like they have rapped over like
Straight
freestyle
80s
sample
freestyles.
beats, but definitely not the same way. But like it wasn't like I don't know, like Tron, they like literally rapped over a freestyle song. So I think like they kind of had that sound, and then it just developed. Like JK was one of Tron's and Shitty Boy's early producers, and then Hokati Y.
Shout out
And they,
Hakati
like
Y.
they really like kind of started pushing that sound, and then like I was looking to them to like pick it up, and actually who was Lonus, my boy Lonus, like he put me hip to like I didn't even know freestyle was called freestyle. I just thought it was like 80s like pop or something. I didn't know it was like a genre called freestyle. But he put me hip to it because like, he showed me a YouTube channel with like hella freestyle samples.
So you feel like you stamped it though, like it was there, but you like made it very prominent.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of.
He's one of the better ones to do them, you know.
I just
I'd
kind of
say.
like had the opportunity to like work on that stuff. I think, and
It's crazy that this shit worked, dude.
like I
It's
don't
so
know.
different.
I can't. I'm not gonna take the credit for it. Just because there's like so many other producers that were, I don't know, or like like I said, like JK and Hokati Y were like pushing that sound, and like I came in after, and I kind of like learned from them.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck.
But yeah, like we definitely like pushed the sound and like took it to where we just like took it to a different level, and then obviously they're not really rapping on those anymore.
Do you guys feel like what you're doing is considered mainstream, or is it still teeter-tottering between mainstream and underground?
We're doing this right now.
Teeter-tottering?
We're going back and
Yeah.
forth. But I think a lot of our time right now is, being spent up here, I would say. But, like, it's always going to be this because you got to go down here to bring them up here together, kind of. Like, you got to be working with these guys down here and build up. But then you also got to be like, I got this connection with this guy up here and I got to keep that, So it's, I think it's like a teeter-totter.
Yeah. They give some big-ass forearms, dude.
Man,
Dude. Holy shit. It makes a lot of room for the tats.
I know. Yep.
Your forearms are bigger than your arms.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy,
They are.
dude. Yeah. Look at me, man. What's going on over here?
We got to
This
hit the
fucking-
gym, El.
I've been hitting the gym, dude. I heard
Come
you
on.
can't work out your forearms.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Can
Yeah,
you?
you can.
Yeah, you can.
How do you do it?
You can do like I don't remember what they're called, but it's like
You know,
like, take a
sometimes-
dumbbell or
yeah.
something and feel this muscle right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's strong.
Yeah, bro.
It's like a brick.
You could take some dumbbells.
You
and
been
just-
working out still?
Nah.
Oh, so it's natural right now?
Yeah, I think I lost like 15 pounds from the tour.
Oh, sick.
Just like moving around a lot, and
Maneuvering.
then, like maybe not eating every single night because just being busy.
Your face is definitely thinner, bro.
Yeah.
Check me out, bro. Check out the muscles, dude.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying. There we go.
Yeah, man. You see that?
On the way.
See what's going on. I've been hitting the gym, dude. Fucking in the saunas. I've been doing cold plunges, man.
Oh, I see
Game
that.
changers,
Yeah.
dude. Fucking
So what? You do the cold plunge, then you go to the gym?
Yeah, I was watching Joe Rogan because a lot of people think you're supposed to go in the cold plunge after you work out, but essentially you're supposed to go on before because it like develops a certain part of your muscles better if you go after. So I've been doing cold plunge, then fucking hitting the gym, and then hitting the sauna. I've been doing, dude. I love cold plunges. Have you done one?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, they're
Of course, dude.
euphoric, bro.
The first time I did one was like, it was in like this river. I forget. I was in Bloomfield Hills though, and I, dude, it was so cold. It was like in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
I've done them a bunch of times. Like,
How long did you stay in when you went into that?
2 minutes.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. I was trying to get out too. The dude, like, it was this dude I met. He was working at like, you know, like those floating places, like the salt floating tanks. Yeah. I started going to those, like, cause I got like a Instagram ad for like a discount or something. So I like went to it, and I just met that dude, and then he started doing cold plunges, and he just invited me on this thing. So it was like a group of all of us doing it. But yeah, I tried to get out, and he just like just pulled me back in. I'm glad that I stayed though, cause like, bro, it was like the craziest thing.
Yeah, when you get out, it's like your body is like fucking mindless.
You're
like,
so used to comfort.
Yeah.
Like a hot shower, like that was like I didn't even realize that that's not even normal. Like picture like back in the day, like before running water and shit, like. Bro, like, there's no way that you had, like, a hot shower was such a luxury.
Let alone the time to, like, heat up the water. Like, yeah, no time for that. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, like, I went to this camp called Camp Geneva, like, on the west side of Michigan. And they had this thing, polar bearing, where you, like, jump in Lake Michigan at, like, 6 in the morning. And I never did it.
You didn't do it?
Never did it.
That's too much?
Never did it. And then if you didn't do it, they would, like... It was like, you know, like you go to kids camps and stuff. Like
you're
if
a
you,
pussy, Jake.
yeah, if you didn't do it, they would like spray you like with water gun, and like you're sleeping, you know. So like I didn't care. I was just like spray me with the water gun. It's better than jumping in the. It's supposed to like make you strong, you know, like everybody bond together and like.
Dude, it really does. So like you might think like.
I wish I would have done it.
Like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's crazy. Like, it's easy to overlook like the benefit of it, but it really is good for you.
Yeah.
It definitely trains like your brain to. I don't know, dude. It does so many good things.
It does a billion things for you, dude. It activates like certain parts of your body that just like you like the dopamine and all that shit, and just makes you feel fucking incredible. I recommend it like 3 times a week for everybody to just put ice in their fucking bath and just do that 3 minutes of fucking.
Yeah,
3
just
minutes
jump
a session,
in,
dude. Just get in that bitch, bro. Like I don't. When people get in there and they're all like scared, like when I get in something, I just go in. I don't fucking like slowly do it. I'm like, I'm going fucking in this bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
do
this
have
shit.
to. Yeah, I did that a couple times where I like put my feet in, like, and it's just like you're just not gonna commit if you do it that way.
Just gotta fucking go in, just like music, dude. You gotta just dive the fuck in, bro.
That's why you don't. I feel like you don't want to do it in like a too shallow of water. Like you want it to be up to here, so there's no getting out of it. Like once you get in, you're in.
I never got out. I was in 35 degrees. I was like, I'm not getting out this bitch. I'm fucking in this bitch. Listen to Enigma. You guys ever listen to Enigma? Sadness Part 1?
No.
I'm gonna send you some, man. Enigma is the shit, dude.
But I got a playlist that's everything far from rap.
What do you got?
That I gotta send you.
What are you listening to?
Just different stuff. Like I'll just name
like
a couple.
Ligma. You ever heard of them?
Who is it?
Ligma?
No.
Ligma, the band Ligma.
No.
Really?
I never heard of Ligma.
They're on tour right now. They're coming to Pontiac in like I think a month.
Tell them to pull up.
Ligma, it's kind of similar to the music you fuck with, I think.
What are you listening to, Jake? What's on your fucking playlist, Jake?
Lick My Balls.
What?
That's the first artist.
That's the first artist?
All right, so we got like
Literally?
No, you don't get it. You get it?
Yeah, lick my balls, dude.
Oh, dude, I didn't
get it?
I feel like I need to set it up right.
We kind of set it up, but we didn't like. Okay, so we got like
Enigma, Ligma.
You got Moby, Mimi Goose.
Oh, you're joking. There is no band called Ligma.
Ligma balls.
That sounds sick.
Dang, I forgot about copyright. But yeah, okay, so you got like you got Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder all the way to V's, Tony Hawk all the way to The Night We Met by Lord Huron, Ryan Leslie, Addiction with Fabulous.
Who the fuck is Tony Hawk? Like pro skater?
Oh no, it's a
song by V's.
but
Just,
V's, it's on
like,
his new album.
I might be listening to Babyface Ray and Day Money, and then it's transitioning into like some straight 60s like rock. Like,
Whoa.
just crazy playlist.
So you're versatile with your shit.
Super versatile.
What do you got, Danny?
Right now, like recently searched BLP kosher. I did not look up Eminem. That was my girlfriend. I don't know.
Don't be so angry about
That's not a bad thing, man.
it. Eminem's still a legend, dude.
Oh, her favorite song is Frankenstein.
By who?
By Eminem.
No, BabyTron.
Oh, by BabyTron. Walk
Yeah.
Hard.
Did she?
Yeah, she loves
was
that
she a
song.
fan of him before you introduced
You gotta
her?
tell the
or-
story.
No. I was a fan, but I was playing it around her. I was playing Jesus Shuttlesworth. I played a bunch of stuff around her, but at first, like, she didn't really get it because she's from New York and Miami. Like, she grew up in New York and then, like, moved to Miami. So, like, I don't know. She just didn't get it. I don't know. But, oh, shit.
Copyright part 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Just the beat tag.
Yeah, no, I was just playing it around her, and actually, I've already told this story a bunch of times.
Well, people might not have seen the.
Pretty much, like, yeah, she thought Tron was hard, and but she was like, yeah, you should. I was playing Jesus Shuttlesworth a lot around her. She's like, you should just make a Shitty Boy type beat, and I did, and then that's the one that I tagged him and Stan in, and then Stan hit me up. So low key, she always used to give me ideas, like direction.
Like what songs to sample and shit?
Sometimes, but it would just be like, cause like I didn't think I was gonna like I was just like a fan, but I wasn't like particularly thinking I'm like, oh, I'm about to just make a Shitty Boys beat. At least yet, like I was just listening to it. I was kind of doing other stuff, and she just threw the idea out there.
Do you ever sample George Clinton?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Gotta get into that.
What's his biggest song? Like, what's his big song?
Parliament, dude.
What do I
Fucking
got in here?
You know
Title
who,
Fight.
You know who
the band Title
Kenny
Fight?
G is?
no.
Never heard the
What'd you say?
band Title Fight.
We guessed the two different names. No, I never heard either one.
Kenny G or Yanni? You heard of
I know
Kenny?
Yanni.
Yes.
Yeah, Yanni,
Yanni
dude.
reminds me of you for some reason.
J100.
me?
Yeah,
That's
like with
TRD.
short hair.
That's
Yanni.
wild,
You look
son.
like Yanni with short hair.
What are you talking about, Danny? What do you got?
I'm just talking about like stuff in my recently added.
80s synth or like 80s like synth
Is
ballad.
that
shit.
the 007 cover? The fuck's that doing up there? Who's that?
Where?
Oh, I thought, yeah. Oh, I thought that was
What's
Daniel Craig.
RJ's album?
RJ dropped something?
Yeah, he just dropped an album.
A couple months ago, I think he dropped a tape.
Young Jeezy, what's going on here? Lil Wayne, Carter 3.
Kiddo, who's your favorite? Give me your top 3 artists
What do you mean?
right now,
Like just in life?
all genres.
Dave Matthews Band,
That was quick,
Radiohead,
even quicker.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, and System of a Down are tied.
Wow.
System of a Down is actually a really dope band.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've seen them live like 5 times.
First two was
What?
first
Yeah.
two
They
was
don't even
quick.
tour together anymore. When'd you go see them?
I think the last one I saw was like 2015 or 16, maybe.
Yeah, lucky as fuck.
Or
bro.
maybe it was before. I don't remember. It was at DTE, but I seen them at DTE a couple times. I seen them. Bro, where did I see them? I literally have seen them like 4 or 5 times. I think I seen them at a music festival. Orion Music Festival, maybe?
Do you think these
I
new
don't
cats
remember.
are listening to that shit? Like alternative rock or like indie rock,
Yeah.
post rock?
100%.
Not just like rap, they're listening to other
No,
shit?
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, some of the new kids like have no idea about any of that shit. Some of them don't, but I'm like always shocked when I see like a really young kid listening to like the old like alternative rock or whatever, like stuff that I like grew up listening to, and I'm like, "Oh shit, this little kid's listening to this." Like,
Yeah.
it's been so long, you know? So just a different generation.
Speaking of that, like Kosher's new album, BLP Kosher's new album, was like so refreshing because like halfway through you start hearing like guitar and like just some different production than just 808s and hi-hats and claps and snare. Like he really had some like good production to the end of that tape, like some rock,
sings on
some rock,
stuff.
you know,
He,
and like
sings, too.
that's refreshing. Like me and D just dropped a song, Trapped in My Bag. and me and my brother Braden makes music too. He plays the guitar, so he played the guitar, and then I made the beat behind it because me and D were just like just do a guitar beat, like switch it up. So like I definitely think people pay attention and they're like listening, and they're not only listening, they're like influenced too, you know. Because even though it's rap and you got beats, it's like it's still rhythm. It's still the same, you know.
Dude, look at the Marshall Mathers LP. Do you know how much bass?
Yeah.
Like real bass guitar was in that shit.
100%,
And electric. There was like real guitars playing.
Live instrumentation
I think
all
they need,
throughout
I
it.
think what producers need to bring back, like, all right, let's bring a guitarist in here to do this part instead of us constantly creating like these riffs and stuff, because they can come out with some intricate shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever
And
think
it's
of that?
fun, man. It's fun. You know, you play the drums, dude. It's so fun.
We do that sometimes.
Bring a guitarist in.
Yeah, my brother plays
Yeah.
guitar. We use his stuff a lot.
I want to do more of that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got instruments, man. Oh, some dude with a trumpet hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, I got trumpet loops. Like, please let me know, dude. I gotta find this guy. Shout out to you, bro. I swear I'm gonna use some." Like, he was like, "I got trumpet loops," and I was like, "Good looks." Like, email, you know, send him an email.
Bro, you know who just hit me up though?
Who?
Harvey White.
That's fire.
The dude that what is it? The rap piano?
Yeah,
The dude from London.
yeah.
Dude, he's so hard, bro.
What's he sending you?
Well, he just I
Dude,
sent
I'm
him
gonna
some
find
beats.
these horn loops.
But I sent him some beats, but he's gonna send me some melodies.
But look, he doesn't stop sending them, right? So then I finally, like, he's like, "Yo, look, Sammy Craig, fire, bro. They're fire. I haven't even got to him, but
This
Like-
dude though. Yeah, he's I don't know. I think he like went viral on like TikTok and stuff. But no, it's just like dope. He's like rapping over just like a piano melody. I asked him like how long he was playing. He said he's been playing since a kid. So, oh, what's this?
Is that the Trump loops?
that's the trumpet man. You better believe we're gonna
God.
use this too.
What's his name?
His name's Sammy Craig.
Sammy Craig.
But you get what I'm saying? Like Sam, like he DM'd me, right? Yo, I got some horn loops, like, and he hasn't been like annoying, but he's been persistent, right? Like, yo, here's another pack. Every 2-3 weeks, emails me a pack. He messaged me, yo, I emailed one. Like when I get to one of those packs, like I'm sure we'll make some fire shit, you know. So it's like I feel like like being persistent is definitely. I used to do that all the time, bro. Like DM people, like, yo, what's your email? Then I'd get the email, I'd flood it. Like I'd have a system like I'm gonna message this guy every 2 days because that's like, you know, enough to not annoy someone. But it's like, bro, you got to be persistent without being a weirdo. You got, if you want it, you're gonna get it, bro. You know?
Yeah, you just got to do it the
Yeah.
right way, right?
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite sayings about reaching out to somebody is, when you reach out to
Where's
somebody,
Sammy Craig?
it's better to ask them what they need than to tell them what you're gonna give them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like if somebody
Oh,
reaches
yeah.
out to you and is like, hey, here's what I can offer you, Danny G. I can do this and do this and do this. Instead of doing that, they should be like, hey, Danny, what are you looking for? Is there anything like a certain sound, or is there a certain thing I could fit into, like part of your puzzle I can fit into?
Yeah.
Versus like just flooding them. But flooding works too if you have some really good shit. Like some trumpet loops. If somebody messaged me that, I'd be like, let me listen to some trumpet loops.
Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I go to his page, and he's like, here he is. He's just got like he's he was
Sammy
on
Craig.
Gunna's album, you know.
Oh,
He was on
shit.
like this is bro. Like I don't know if you can see like
Oh
he's
yeah,
really playing the
legit.
trumpet, you know. So it's like
Wow, it's sick.
what happens when we make a song and then he lives in whatever city and we go to that city. Now we're in the studio. It's like
Yeah,
you know.
man. Those sounds are like what makes everything happen, and that's what proves when you guys took the risk with the disco beats
Yeah.
and put it
Oh,
in
shit,
Detroit.
he
It's like it
DM'd
fucking
me
worked.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Back
Yeah.
in March.
Did he talk about Trump loops
Yeah.
to you too? Yeah.
You should say you don't even know the half of it
You should be like, dude, we're talking about you right now.
on a podcast.
Film it and send it to him.
But yeah, like going back to what you were saying, like there's gonna be people that message you that have agendas and you can tell and you ignore it. There's gonna be people that are just on bullshit. I don't have time for it. But like, bro, if people are like just showing love, I can see that. I can see, so hey, just want to let you know this track was awesome, bro. Good looks, appreciate it. I mean, then you got like the balance, right? You got like some of the fans get extensive, right? Like there's this fan right now that's like and he's a cool guy, like a lot of love for him, but like he's like trying to depict when the next Shitty Boys tape's gonna drop, right? And he's like texting, DMing me like, well, TRD's album cover had a calendar on it, and this was the date on the calendar. So I think, and he's like, you know, screen recording us if we go live making beats, and anything we talk about, he tries to use it for this. It's like, so it is crazy to watch these guys like behind the scenes, like try to put this puzzle piece together of like when new music's dropping or like what's going on.
It's kind of cool though. Like
it is cool. It's super cool.
I'm not mad at the guy.
Yeah,
because like. He's like a real fan, and
he's a real fan, and
like,
I got a lot of love for him.
Remember, like when you were young and like super excited about, you know, like an artist or something, or like
I used to always do that when Eminem would drop something. I would be like, "What does this mean, dude?"
He's got an iPhone charger.
Yeah, because bro, like you got to think about this too. Like, okay, so I have a little brother. I mean, he's not a little brother; he's 20, but like he makes music too and stuff. And like,
You're talking about Braden, are you? You're talking about Braden?
Yeah.
You talking about Braden?
Yeah.
Like with AP?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck?
No. But like, bro, I watch him in a whole different genre.
Oh, okay.
And I watch him like, you know, I watch him like look at other people and just like get inspired. And I don't know, like I think like, I don't know, yeah.
No, you're right, dude. Like Eminem, when he was coming out, every single fucking little thing he did, I tried to put the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he made the Real Slim Shady, and then he had like Dr. Dre in the back of a milk carton or some shit. I think it was that song. Anyway, I was like, whoa, dude, is Dr. Dre actually dead, bro? And then I would just like be like, wait, is this like an imposter Dr. Dre? Like I would do all the like weird shit, but
no, it's kind of funny because I was like 5 when that came out, and I think I remember thinking the same thing. Like, wait, is he actually dead? Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was fucking nuts, man. And then obviously like the biggest one was when Tupac died. I thought he was alive for fucking ever, bro. I still
like
I got over it
conspiracy.
now. Like I think 5 years ago I admitted I was like, all right, he's dead, dude.
He's
like,
dead,
he's gone.
yeah.
But
yeah, I seen they have an autopsy photo of him.
come on, man, what does that mean? You ever
You're
seen that?
right, but yeah, I don't know. It looked like it was him, bro, and he looked pretty dead.
You know why Tupac's death was so mysterious? Because he kept talking about death and the afterlife and coming back after his death. And then he
Yeah.
also made a song where he's like, they thought they got me. And he was basically saying like he really escaped and he's not here.
Well,
and
yeah,
then
that's why everybody
Machiavelli,
was like doing all, yeah, because he was gonna change his name, or he did change his name. from
and
Tupac to
Machiavelli was like a
Machiavelli.
dude that like literally faked his death. So everybody's like, oh, Machiavelli they faked his death and he's changed his name to, you know.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy too, because like Biggie was kind of like that, where he like Life After Death, like that album, like came out right at like shortly after he died.
But that was a marketing thing. Tupac's was like while he was alive, he was talking about his afterlife.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
And then
Yeah.
after he died, he was talking about shit that was still happening in the current era. Maybe they had Chat GPT back then, dude, and they fucked with his voice. Do you guys see the Chat GPTs are like rapping on songs now?
I was hoping
with like Patrick or SpongeBob's voices and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Like, you know, what's gonna happen like with music production? You know what I mean?
Oh, everything. In
make
life,
me
dude.
a Babyface Ray type.
AI is gonna just
You know what I mean?
wipe everything out.
You're there right now. We're there already. You know what I mean? We're past there.
We are. Dude.
We're further than we
It's
are
over.
than people think. You know what
Singularity is near.
That's whack.
Yeah, people have AI girlfriends.
I'm saying? Wives, yeah.
Yeah, like if you said something about that like 2, 3, 4, 5 years
What
ago,
is that?
I'd be like, yeah, right, bro. Nobody's actually gonna like entertain that, like,
Yeah.
but they're doing it now.
Yeah, they're rapping on
I'm
the beats.
straight.
And they're making beats. It's kind of fire.
Yeah, AI is gonna like, it's gonna really change, like, really disrupt. I don't know, everything.
I think it's gonna do it for a little while. You know, I think
Bro, no, it's gonna disrupt so much.
I think it's
in the
going to do
world.
it temporarily. I think AI making music is going to temporarily interfere with the industry. But once people actually want to actually resonate with the soul of an artist, that AI bot's never going to be able to give you a soul or give you
Bro,
resonance or give you
That's
passion
what you
and
think right
compassion.
now, bro.
You think, dude?
Yeah.
You think I'm going to be able to be down with a robot rapping to me?
I'm not saying that you're gonna like be down with it,
You might not be down
Right
with it,
now?
but that's what's about to happen.
dude. That's what's gonna happen, and then there's a lot of people that are gonna just grow up with that, and that's gonna be normal to them.
All right, here's an example that oh yeah, here's this example. The example is I think it was Juice WRLD. Or no, it was Drake. He had this song on AI, right? And within like 5 hours of it, it got released on all platforms. Like somebody made it on AI, released it. on like Spotify, Apple Music, and then it got taken down right away within like 5 hours. You know what I mean? But it did like a good amount of streams right away. It went viral. Like, oh my gosh. And a lot of people, like, bro, some people I know were just like, that's hard. Like, you know, like, I'm going to listen to that.
thought it was
like, I'm going to
Drake.
listen to it. Like, I'm going to put it in my playlist as a Drake song. So it's like, that's where we're at, bro. It's like the listener doesn't care in a sense, you know?
Well, that's the
I'm not
scary
gonna
part.
say there's like no like there might be no room for like any of us to be creators. But
Yeah.
it's just gonna, dude. It's gonna be.
Think about how there's already so many people wanting to create. Like, think about producers, right? In Michigan, you got Michigan, right? You got so many producers, right? Then you got a certain amount that like can do, you know, are doing it, or, you know, are able to have the resources to do it. Then it's just all wiped out by a fucking computer.
Hold on a second, bro. I just like seen some shit on YouTube that blew my mind, and I never even thought of this, but this is so genius. They have an AI Instagram model, and she has a OnlyFans. Then like an AI.
She's not real.
OnlyFans, bro. Like,
So it's a CGI.
It's totally CGI, yeah.
bro, an AI chick. Like, it's AI, and she's an Instagram model, and they have OnlyFans for her.
You guys trying to split the cost?
No, what I'm saying is, like, that's insane, bro. Like, somebody like created that and is probably just making a ton of money not doing shit.
Illinois is just making cheese right now.
So you want to know the scarier part
like,
about
how
that?
crazy is that? It didn't even cross my mind like to do something like that.
But what about the person who gets attached to that person, right? Pays for the subscription, watches the videos, falls in love with that person like they do any other webcam girl. Then all of a sudden, by the blink of an eye, that account's deleted or whatever, it's gone. And you realize, like, not only do I not get this person back because they weren't real, but the whole time, like...
Yeah, but we're already like kind of seeing
crazy,
like
bro.
it's like, what do you call it? Like a parasocial relationship or some shit.
As far as what?
Like with like streamers and shit and like influencers and OnlyFans and stuff. Like, you just got these like people that like they like think they know them and stuff, and like
I mean, dude, I was
they like
signing up.
they like donate or like, you know.
There was a point in my life where I was signing up for like, you know, live chats with like, you know, porn stars and stuff. Like it was literally like $10 a minute,
yeah.
and I was into it. I would be
What
like,
is, that's
bro,
like legit though? Like
funny
you're
as
talking
shit,
to
though.
them?
It was a live chick, dude.
You're
Yeah.
talking to her.
I'd be like, yo,
Bro.
say my fucking name, dude. And she would say
Seriously,
it.
you would say
They
like
used to
that?
have this website
That's
called
scary.
Boyz Jasmine, bro. I'm in like 6th grade. All right.
He remembers it.
But like, it was just different back then. Like, me and my friends would just go on there, and we would just like, we would literally just try, like, we didn't obviously like pay for it or anything, but we would just try to get them to like put their shoe on their head, and we'd just be like, shoe on head, and we just sit there for hours until we get a bitch to fucking put the shoe on.
Fuck with you guys. I was trying to see some
I forgot
titties.
about that.
I
Right.
was trying to.
Danny's
wanted
playing
to see-
Omegle over here.
Dude, I used to feel so bad because like I would be paying them and like I'd be like, show me your like fucking coochie, dude. And then like once I got off, I would just sign off. And so
You'd be like, oh, fuck.
while they're like bent over, like dude, like, you just disappear though. It's so fucked up. It's like leave a tip, no, fucking.
$10 for me. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude, I was spending cheese on that site, bro. I was just going like fucking from chick to chick to chick, just like, show me your titties, like I was bad, man. I was like 16. Come on, man. There was nowhere else to just be like, dude, come on, dude.
Let
What
me
else
guess.
is-
Like porn, like
Dude, I
was just
did-
not enough,
I
right?
did,
Like it was
Yeah,
just
'cause
boring.
Think about it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, where else can you just see titties, like, and the girl saying your name, like, from this?
Well, that's like the allure for people with like the cam girls. Like before OnlyFans, it was like cam girls.
Yeah.
But it's like there's like it's like porn or whatever is like free, but it's different because like they get this like weird, like they feel like they have like a connection because they're like actually talking to them.
Yeah,
and
you're actually
stuff.
talking to them, and they say your name. And it's like, oh, this chick with her titties out said my name. It's crazy, and you scroll to the next one. It's awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
but it's just dude, I don't know, man. That shit's so bad.
Well, look, dude, it's like this. It's not okay when you go to a strip club, which I don't do this, but I'm just saying when you go to a strip club and the dudes are fucking stripper after stripper after stripper, it's like a lower version of doing that. At least you're not fucking a random girl. At least you're just like, let me see your tits and call it a day. And you're not spending $1,000.
Like I don't know. Like I just can't do that.
Because you don't have it in you, dude. Like me. Like, I'm a fucking champ, bro.
I can't.
I just be like,
on there and like, no, I couldn't give some random.
I love it, man. I was having a great ass time, dude. I was just fucking sending checks, bro. I was fucking paying bills, man, just to see some tits. There was dudes who were simping. I forget this girl. She was making $100,000 a year off of different dudes just sending her cash. Like, she didn't have to do anything.
Did you see the girl that was like that made $1 million off of selling farts in a jar?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Bro, that's crazy.
Belle Delphine, you know.
Yeah, she made a ton of money off of that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I can see it, man. Like, there's a market for everything. That's all
I'm not mad at them for doing that. Yeah. Dude, $1 million for selling your, like, you took a bath.
What the fuck is that? Is anybody hearing that shit?
Yeah, I think it's my phone. Airtag found moving with you.
Oh, this one? Oh, that might be me. You got an AirTag?
What is that?
Not even moving.
It's AirTag.
Is that for somebody to track you?
Yeah,
For me.
You don't know what the AirTags are? Bro.
So
I mean, I know what they are, but why do you have
Yeah,
your
but
own?
it's connected to
it's
my
for your
phone. I don't
It's
have
for your
one.
keys. I thought your girlfriend was tracking your ass, dude.
No, hell
Yeah,
no.
it's his, and it's you guys have been in the same.
It lets you know that there's an AirTag, so like you don't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
like,
yeah.
This- one of my friend in
like
Texas.
somebody stalking you.
My friend in Texas told me that she walked outside of like Myers or some shit,
Yeah.
and somebody, you know how they put zip ties on your doorknob and shit?
Yeah.
They took it to the next level. They put a zip tie and connected it to a fucking shopping cart. So it's like even more work for you to untie it by the time they abduct your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're taking it to the next level with fucking abduction.
You know what I'm doing, bro? I'm just going through the passenger side, starting that bitch up, and just driving off, dude.
With the shopping cart attached?
Easily.
Yeah, cause I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah. One thing I learned about Chat GPT, which is interesting, is that the database is only updated what level the version of the app is at. So like Pee Wee Herman just died, right?
Right.
If you go on, it doesn't know that. It would say he's still alive.
Isn't there like a new like beta
That's
for
crazy.
it where it connects to the internet?
Bing's trying to do a new thing. It's called Bart or Bark or some shit like
Oh,
that.
Bart, that's Google.
Rest in
Oh,
peace,
Google
Pee Wee
doesn't
Herman,
Bing?
bro. The Pee Wee Herman movie was fire.
But, dude,
I'm not gonna
Pee-wee's-
lie, like
Pee-wee's
the
Big Adventure?
Pee Wee's Big Adventure was so fire.
Dude,
I remember
that was one
watching
of my
that as a
favorite
kid, walking to the gas station. You know, I'm at my boy's crib. We're watching it, and it was scary. Like that movie was
Oh
scary.
yeah,
you know what
dude,
I mean?
it was so trippy.
Yeah.
Like I remember that scene with Large.
Yeah,
Marge.
me and my friend Connor.
Yeah,
me
bro,
and
that
Connor.
shit fucking scared the.
30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, like that scared the shit out of me.
No, dude, his
bro.
best roles was he was in Cheech and Chong movies.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
He was in
that-
like
that
3 of
movie.
them. Fucking killed it in every single one. Then he had Pee Wee's Big Playhouse, Pee Wee's Playhouse, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Cheech and Chong movies. He
Yep.
was in Blow with fucking
Yep.
Johnny Depp.
He's the
dude.
receptionist, right?
I think he was like.
No, he's a dealer.
Yeah,
Another
he's a
movie, he's a
dealer.
receptionist at a hotel. That's a big movie. I forget the name of too, but like, yeah, he's
well, that's
had
the
a
Cheech
lot
and
of.
Chong movie. I
No,
think.
is it?
He's
yeah.
a hotel. He's a hotel receptionist.
You
Or
know,
you
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
something else?
You're right. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, he killed.
What's his actual name again?
Paul Rubin.
Paul Rubin.
Paul
And the thing
Rubens,
that's
yeah.
crazy is I was talking to Los, from Los and Nutty and shit, and I bring up Pee Wee Herman. He's like, the dude who masturbated in a theater.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's
yeah,
what
he
you're
was on
talking
some
about?
weird shit, though,
did
wasn't
do
he?
that. He was at one of those those like
Smut film.
smut film house. You know, bro. You know what's crazy? We did a show. Where were we
At
at?
a smut film theater.
No, it used to be one.
Yeah.
I think it was in San Jose or some shit.
Yeah.
I think. But it was in Cali. It was in Cali somewhere. I don't remember. But anyways, it was like a really big, like spank house. Like it used to be. Like it was like the layout was like a theater and shit. But like this guy like told me he was like one of the workers.
Yeah. I bet if they use that purple light thing, they could find sperm all over the fucking place.
Probably. But no, like when he told me that, it was like, oh, this makes sense. Like the way like the beers and like the bathroom and like.
Yeah, I don't
way
know.
this
I don't like how he
setup
caught
was.
flack for it. I mean, that's who gives a fuck. I mean, because he was famous, that's why he caught flack for it. But like, dude,
Yeah.
I'll fucking beat off in a fucking porn theater. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Was
That's
he
why
in there
we're
by
here.
himself too? He's just
I
in
think he
there
was
by himself.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. You couldn't because he's like, dude, if you're at that stage
That's
of
gotta
life,
be embarrassing.
Well,
though.
imagine you get caught, then you're like,
like
God, I'm Pee Wee Herman. Like, no way.
I'm Pee Wee Herman getting
You
carjacked.
think that he was like on a bunch of coke, like just in there, just coked
He
up?
probably was,
like,
bro.
He probably was, and he probably was disguised a little bit so nobody would know who he is. I do feel, yeah, I feel bad for like successful celebrities that get caught up in some shit that didn't hurt nobody. It's like, come on, man, the guy was
Yeah.
Public masturbation.
in a movie theater, dude, where they were showing pornography. It's like, come on, let the guy go. And that's the stain of his.
Look, he's goaded for Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
The scene when
gonna
they're in
let-
the,
I'm not gonna, like, listen.
dinosaur, when they're up in the dinosaur. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, yeah.
Man, that's nostalgia right there, bro.
My favorite scene is when they fly out.
I feel like it's like Michael Jackson too. Like people saying all this stuff. Like I don't know, dude. It sucks because he was just so fucking dope. And I don't really remember him for like the bad shit.
I remember when he
Try
died.
not
It was
to.
like I remember when he died though.
Michael Jackson was a tough one because he was so. But you know what's funny? People forget about it now.
They do though.
To go on Instagram, you'll see
He
Michael
was a
Jackson.
fucking weird guy, but he was like he made some really good music.
Yeah, people are gonna listen to his music.
Like music that like I don't know, dude. I'm still gonna listen to it.
Yeah, look at R. Kelly, dude. He's pissing on people, and they're still bumping his tracks to this day. I think once he got arrested and they like tried him and shit, his like fucking sales were going through the roof at the time. Like,
Yeah, it is.
the guy's
wild.
on trial for us. Can we wait till after he gets convicted?
You see the concert when he's in like Africa. He's like, "Do you have your shots? Do you have your pens?"
Yeah. I
Oh
seen
my
that.
God.
He's
Yeah.
like, at that point, I could never defend R. Kelly. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Bro, what are you doing?"
I think
Crazy,
I've
man.
seen that. That is crazy.
Crazy man.
There's certain moments. In
I can't even tell him, but I've heard like I know some stories about him, like in the city, like coming to studios. Like
Really?
I can't even tell him, but like I know, like
R. Kelly
yeah, crazy, just crazy shit, dude.
just chilling here in Detroit, just fucking
yeah,
around.
Yeah,
Yeah, he done goofed, man.
he done goofed a
And
couple
he,
times.
He went on what was that show? Like what was it? Not Dateline. It's like
The one where he's like,
Oh, I'm fighting for my life.
yeah, it's like bro, like you're probably guilty, but you probably just shouldn't even like you shouldn't say anything. It's better just not saying anything. at all.
yeah, that he went off
Joan,
hard.
what was it? Joan Rivers? What's her name?
You know who got fucked up too, dude?
She's just chilling the whole time, just like
Yeah, like,
he's
chill
freaking
out.
She's like, relax, like.
Drake from Drake and Josh got fucked too.
yeah, man.
Drake got fucked, man.
But
I mean, what did he
and then
do?
came
but
out-
he's a weirdo, bro.
and
Like
then he
I feel
came
like
out- he came out with a public announcement after saying all this shit was not proven at all. Like
Really?
it was all bullshit created and conspired against him.
But don't you think in a situation like that, it's like something's going on?
Well, here's the thing that made me think
something's going on.
Okay, but here's the thing. Something might have been going on, but okay, so Josh Peck in the beginning didn't defend him. He's like, all right, I'm done with that guy. It's straight.
And he didn't come. He like didn't invite him to his wedding. I remember that. I seen all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what? After all
Wasn't
the...
he a dick to Josh?
Who, Drake? Was
Yeah.
it? No, that's
Was
Keenan
it?
and Kel, dude.
No,
Keenan was a dick
and
to
Kel,
Kel.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Keenan. Well, Keenan
Yeah.
basically, he went to
That
to
was a
Saturday...
fire show.
Yeah, Keenan went to Saturday Night Live, and then he just kind of left Kel in the dust. But
Yeah.
Drake and Josh pieced out from Drake after that happened. But now Josh is like saying that Drake's his boy again. So it's like, oh shit, dude.
You gotta think they were really young and they like, had like a whole TV show together. Like, I don't know.
What was the greatest fucking TV show of all time for kids, bro?
Well,
Kids.
Damn, bro.
rip Cartoon Network first off, because I gotta say,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not gonna sit here and be like
That's
Cartoon.
like not a
I'm,
thing anymore.
and I'm not gonna say Cartoon Network was my childhood because I'm old. I'm 26, so like I was watching stuff before Cartoon Network, but Cartoon Network was sick, bro. Foster's
Yeah.
Home, like some of those shows in my like early
Bro,
like
before that,
Bro,
like,
Ed,
that
Ed,
even
shit's
Ed,
like-
before
dude.
that, Ed and Eddie, like
Yeah, man.
like, but yeah, that Rip, they just went
Samurai
out of
Jack.
business. They're
Samurai
done.
Jack, dude.
They're
I
done.
think I seen that, dude. That's sad.
But what was I
Nickelodeon
gonna
had
say?
some shit on there though.
Right now, yeah.
Angry Beavers, I used to watch.
Oh, I was gonna say
Rocko's Modern Life.
The Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly
That's Cartoon
Dog used to scare.
what's
That
it
is
called?
Cartoon Network.
Hey Arnold.
SpongeBob, Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
No, they hooked us up. We had the best we had Rocket Power. We had the greatest generation of cartoons ever. Like, I know they got that Magic Gumball guy, or that guy's doing good. Vader Zim, dude. Like, we had some
Yeah.
shit going on in the fucking
Yeah,
2000s.
we for sure did. 90s and 2000s
Yeah.
and I got to see that 90s and 2000s.
I wouldn't mind just sitting one day and just watching that shit again. Just chilling by myself, just like drinking a beer, just watching old SpongeBob season 1 through 3. Just chilling, dude.
You know, I made beats with
I'm serious.
I made beats with
I would
Gibby
too.
from iCarly.
Word?
Gibby, Noah Monk. Yeah, Noah Monk. He after he got done doing iCarly and a couple other acting shows, he actually did a movie that was like it was directed by one of the guys from Sopranos, and like he did a couple things, but after that he started making music, like electronic music and shit. And back in the SoundCloud days, like we crossed paths and we made beats and shit. Like I got his number and shit. Like we worked, yeah. So that's crazy.
weird.
Like I remember this was like 4 years ago, dude. Yeah, and we worked on shit, and we had a
That's
bunch of
hard.
mutuals, and we still follow each other on SoundCloud. And the dude was popping on the music scene too. And I don't know
That's
where
tight.
he's at now, but cool guy, bro. I remember FaceTiming the guy, and just a mutual.
Dude,
Yeah.
I played basketball with Josh Peck from Jake and Josh.
Crazy, bro.
I was playing it. I was
So we
chilling-
pretty much were like in the show
yeah.
as you.
Dude, he was fucking hilarious. We were playing at LA Fitness. It was me and my cousin Emilio, and he
Out here?
Yeah, it was out here.
No
he was
shit.
shooting. He was shooting Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. You know
Yeah.
that in Grand Ledge, that's where they did the cave scene, which is like hour west of here. Yeah.
So they were hooping out here, and then Josh pulls up, and I was trying to act not like a fucking whatever. So I
Yeah,
was like, it's
say
just
what
like,
up.
I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even act like I knew it was him, and he knew, so it pissed him off a little bit.
Yeah.
So dude, just say it's fucking what's up, dude. Like I was like, I couldn't do it. So like I was like 14. So anyway, we're hooping.
You just kept walking around him in circles.
No, we said, you guys want to play 2-on-2?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we were like, fuck it, but I wouldn't acknowledge he was Josh Peck. I just was
Yeah.
like, so you guys want to play?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, just fucking say what's
Yeah,
up. But
say what
anyway,
up.
we're hooping. Me and like, I don't know who he was with, but it was a celebrity, and he was in the movie Red Dawn too. So he was like actually a bigger actor
Yeah.
than Josh was. We're hooping. Me and my cousin Emilio are fucking killing these guys, right? Josh
Mm-hmm.
is this weird ass fucking jump shots, fucking random ass jump shot. And Josh is like, you guys have some Desert Eagle plays going on, man. You guys are killing us. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but at the end of it, we lost because they changed the scoreboard on us at the end of the game.
No way.
We were up,
You
dude.
got gypped.
Dude, we were up 3 points, and they were like, no, dudes, we were up 3 points, and then we ended up fucking losing the game, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And my cousin Emilio was like kind of a pussy because it was Josh Pack, and he's like, we did lose, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, we fucking won.
So they're just like hooping in the gym while shooting the movie. Just
Yeah,
like
they're
out here.
chilling. And he had like this weird thing where he would like stare at people. Like Josh would just sit and stare at people and just wait for them to wait for you to look at him. Mm-hmm. It was the weirdest thing. Like he'd stare at me like this for like 10 minutes, and then I'd look at him and he'd be like, "Why don't you know who I am?" Like it was
Right.
the weirdest
He
thing.
wants you to say
Yeah.
something.
He
yeah.
wants you to fucking say some shit, dude. You know how it is though. When you're around like celebrities, you gotta be cool. Like, we don't give a fuck because we're like in the game. Like we know the
Yeah.
fucking game. But like when you're younger and you're getting into it, you gotta be like, all right, man, you gotta kind of shut that shit
Oh,
off.
bro, that was the worst. Like when I was young and I first started going to studios, like you always have an aspect of like being excited around artists or nervousness, right? But like I never was like, I always like, it was always normal to me, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, but I remember a couple times when I was younger, just going to the studio and just being like, just watching, bro, not even be able to work because I'm so in awe, like what's going on around me. You know what I mean?
Who's the person you ran into that ever caught you off guard for a second? Was like, holy shit, dude, this is actually kind of crazy.
Well, like randomly, probably Overlord Scooch. Like he's my favorite rapper from the Mit, like ever. I just like listened to him a lot when I was younger, and Doughboys Cash Out a lot, and like I ran into him at the lab, and yeah,
It's
kind
legendary.
of small, but like yeah, I don't know, that one just hit.
Danny, what's on your mind, man? You ready to get? You still look like you're ready to sign off, man.
No, I'm just
Made
chilling.
a lot of beats today.
Oh. You made a lot of beats today.
We just made some beats at RJ.
Just
Some,
made, like,
some fire
5
beats.
beats.
Yeah.
RJ was supposed to be here for everybody who doesn't know. RJ was supposed to be chilling with us. Forgot his
Yeah.
buffs or something like that.
I took them from him.
Yeah, we're down one RJ.
Next time, I was gonna say, El, you should. This is kind of like a trial run, but you should do a producer podcast, and we could be your first guest.
Isn't this what we're doing right now?
That's what this is. This is producer podcast episode 1.
I don't know.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode .75.
Yeah.
RJ here to make the full
That's right.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we sign off?
Fuck. Man, I don't know.
Can we just acknowledge that aliens exist now?
Bro,
They're
is that a
sitting,
psyop,
I'm
or
sitting
is
next
that-
to 2 of them.
What's going on with the aliens?
So they're like they exist, but they're not in our comprehension of
So
understanding.
They said, bro, you literally cannot understand this yet.
Which is crazy because my guru
Who
literally
said
said
that?
this a long time
The
ago.
government.
The government,
You see
but do they understand it? Do they understand it?
Not
What?
really.
The aliens.
No, dude. So my guru talked about this on the Joe Rogan podcast way before fucking these articles came out, and he said that aliens are not of our comprehension. From like you can't perceive them just by looking at them.
Bro, so where the fuck are they?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Are they in here right now? Like,
They're like energy, bro. Just chilling and manifesting, dude.
oh my god.
Yeah. They're probably not here. They're probably by the Himalayas and shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just watched that Oppenheimer movie, and it doesn't have anything to do with aliens, but it does have a lot to do with just the whole West Coast area, like where they had the, where the whole site was there in New Mexico. Like,
Area
dude,
51?
there's this. Oh, well, and even in Arizona, like my brother lives in Prescott, which is like an hour north of Phoenix.
New Mexico is like one of the poorest cities.
Yeah.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, no, yeah, you just went through there. You just drove through there.
It was
Yeah.
like the venue we were at, like 20 years ago. Some dude like stabbed a girl to death and like stuffed her under the bleachers. Like,
That's crazy as fuck.
yeah.
That just took
Did they
a
take her
left
out of
turn.
there? Is she
No, the
still under
cops
there?
couldn't find her. Like they were like like tearing apart the place and they couldn't find her for like a day or.
But you see what I'm saying? That whole area, New Mexico,
Isn't that crazy?
Arizona, the desert. There's like there's this ranch in Arizona. It's like supposedly just like this ranch that's like,
Skinwalker?
yeah, you're
Skinwalkers.
dude, yeah. Like I almost when I went out there, I feel it. I'm like, if I were to stay here for like 3 days and just start researching and just try like walking around, I'm gonna be scared shitless at some point, bro. I'm gonna be like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, like a haunted house.
Yeah,
like
or in the mountains, or just it gets really cold at night. It's like, I don't know, man.
Bro.
It gets real out there.
Never going to a desert again. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude, the desert
got
gets
scorpions
real, bro.
and snakes.
I was in
and
Prescott
coyotes.
last year. I went there like just to like because it was warm. It was cold here, and it was snowing there, bro. It was snowing and cold there, an hour north of Phoenix, and in Phoenix it was like hot, like 80 degrees.
Don't they have cactuses that cacti that shoot their spikes at you?
Yeah, I don't know if they're there though,
Stop. Say psych.
Hmm?
Say psych, bro. There's no way that.
but I don't think those are in AZ like
I
that.
don't know.
Who's coming to New Mexico
Like,
to
if
watch
you,
you
like-
guys?
What?
New Mexico? Like who's there? Like is
Dude,
it,
they
There's,
was
there's a
sold
big
out.
fan base.
but like
yeah.
what's like who's in New Mexico? Is it was it Mexicans?
It was
Was there-
a lot of natives. There's a lot of Mexicans, but there's a lot of natives. It's a big native population there.
What do you mean native?
Like Native American.
They were hip?
Well, yeah, dude.
That's sick.
I got some merch from this dude, and it was definitely like I think he might have been native. I don't know.
It was like a bow and arrow or something?
No, like it was like a T-shirt, and it definitely had like some native, like influence.
The merch is crazy because once the merch goes, it goes, and then people will literally like buy it off our head or our back.
What's
like,
the crazy? You guys been
Danny's-
gifted shit?
Well, no, I
Yeah.
sold this dude. We like ran out of like 2X's, and we really ran out of like all the sizes. And this kid, this was in like Louisville, I think. But this dude came up to me. He's like, "Yo, like, how much for the shirt on your back, though?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's my son's first concert," and because I told him all we had was like smalls or whatever, and he's like, "I'll give you $100." So I just gave him my shirt. I'm like, dude, fuck it. I mean, I only wore it like twice. It was a brand new shirt. It was a brand new like tour shirt.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I sold
Was it because you were wearing it or was it because of the shirt?
No, because it was like the only size left.
That's it.
Yeah. I signed it too.
Ah.
But $100, man. I wasn't passing it up.
Even though you guys are in relationships and stuff, like do women show love for like fucking the producers?
Yeah,
Do they recognize what's going on out here?
yeah.
Yeah, they do. For sure.
I have a question for you. Could you estimate how many titties you saw on tour? Naturally, just seeing them.
I don't think I didn't see any titties.
Too young. Everyone's too young still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta remember these kids that are like aren't that are listening.
Maybe
to
like
this
5
music.
years from
I
now.
was gonna say I don't think I'd want to see like
Yeah.
some of their titties. I don't think I'd want to.
They're
Middle
like
school and high school
they're like
kids,
they're
yeah.
like sign my Air Forces.
No, I
and,
mean
like,
we
they're
had like
that,
21
you know?
and up shows.
Yeah,
though,
different
like,
crowd.
It's not like they were all little kids or whatever.
Oh
but,
shit,
like,
yeah.
I know, like I said, RJ definitely was always tripping, man, for sure. 40 and MJ signed some tits.
Yeah, there's tits, bro. People like, there's tits, bro.
Yeah.
There's tits. There's
All right,
tits.
look, man, we're gonna come back another day and do another one of these sessions, man. I think this is a good duo here. You guys are still working with Primo, right?
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
get
do
Primo
a trip,
back on here.
get Triple with Primo. I'll go sit in the chair. You guys will
For
take
sure.
over the couch.
Yep.
Get a good convo in, man. Appreciate you fellas being part of this. Any projects you guys want to announce before we sign off?
I got a tape coming out. Me and Jake have a tape coming out.
Trifecta 3
Trifecta 3.
is around the corner. It's close.
Yeah, the Kosher album. Go stream that.
Hip Hop Lab tape. Lando's got a tape dropping.
Family
Lots of lab
Business.
projects, bro. Almost everybody at the lab has a project on the way.
Sick.
Stan's Deluxe, D and me are working on a tape.
So,
So,
fellas,
yeah.
this was fun. We're gonna do more of these. Better like every few months, we'll have you guys come back and just keep rotating this until we make this bitch like the Joe Rogan podcast where everybody's just popping off, man, going crazy.
Let's go.
Appreciate
I
you
like
for
your
having
shoes
us.
too. I like how
Oh,
clean
yeah.
you kept your shoes, Jake, man.
Thanks, man.
Dude, those
Yeah,
things
Danny.
look...
I've been having them sit on each other too the whole time.
You know what? These look dirty, but that's because they are a little bit, but they're mostly like, it's just like, that's how the color was.
Off-white.
Yeah, it's like off-white.
We're out this bitch. Peace.